Hello, everybody. I am Grant Fluff from Flusher Sports Zone, and welcome back to another broadcast. Tonight, we got Thursday Night Football at Nissan Stadium between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, with a win, would basically lock up the AFC South with the 10-5 record. Titans coming into the game at 9-5. 49ers coming into the game at 8-6. 49ers currently in that wild card position in the NFC, and they are way ahead in second place. They at least got a game ahead of Philadelphia, Minnesota, Washington. All those teams that are 7-7. They're in a good spot. But at the same time, they also haven't played teams like Minnesota, Philadelphia, and Washington. Well, I think they would still have the tiebreakers over because of, point differentials and whatnot. But I think the impressive stat heading into this game for San Francisco is that Deebo Samuel, the wide receiver, has 5 straight games with a rushing touchdown. Also good news for Titan receivers Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. They are back tonight, so they will not have to fully rely on Nick Westbrook-Akeen or Chester Rogers, which I guess is good. Of course, Derrick Henry is still going to be out until at least the playoffs. By the way, Jimmy Garoppolo in his last 6 games, 10 touchdowns to 3 picks, 110.2 passer rating, 49ers on the road wearing their 75th anniversary throwback uniforms, which I would love if San Francisco just made their primary uniforms. Being active tonight for San Francisco is Elijah Mitchell, the rookie running back, with the knee injury. So we're going to be getting a lot of Jeff Wilson and JaMychal Hasty carries, along with, like I mentioned, Deebo Samuel in the mix. Tennessee, with the loss and a Colts win against the Cardinals on Saturday, would have the AFC South tied for first place with the Titans leading the tiebreaker. It'll all come down to the final 2 weeks to determine what happens there. Randy Bullock to kick it off, and we are underway from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. This is return, or knee is taken a yard shy in the end zone. And now we take a look at Jimmy Garoppolo, who's 5-1 his last 6 games, like I mentioned, with the 110.2 passer rating, which is second best in the league behind Aaron Rodgers. In the first 7 games, he's 3-4, 8 touchdowns to 5 picks, battling it out with rookie Trey Lance for the starting job. 49ers offense ranked 12th. Trent Williams, Kyle Juszczyk, Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle all going to the Pro Bowl. Jeff Wilson Jr., the starting running back. Brandon Ayuk trying to have another good season after scoring the game-winning touchdown against the Bengals 2 weeks ago. Here's Garoppolo throwing underneath, and Ayuk is slammed down by Zach Cunningham at the 29, and his helmet came ripping off there. Cunningham, who's claiming the Titans off waivers a few weeks ago, and the Texans released him. Take a look at the Titans' defense, ranked 10th, second best rushing, which is pretty good. Linebacking core is very good with Bud Dupree returning from injury. Cunningham, like I mentioned, Evans as well, and Kevin Byard on his way to the Pro Bowl, along with Jack Rabbit Jenkins and Kendall Fulton as the corners. Play action throw caught by Deebo Samuel, a gain of 9, first down, 49ers. So San Francisco not going 3-out. As they will... Looks like Samuel will huddle back to the sidelines, and they'll bring out Trent Sherfield, who had an amazing preseason, probably why he stayed on San Francisco's roster. They're going to put Kittle in motion. Juszczyk to the right. Handoff goes Wilson, and he will be brought down at the 43 by Cunningham, making that second down and 6. You can say what you want about most Thursday night football matchups, and you're right, most Thursday night matchups aren't incredible, but this one, we begin week 16 with ginormous playoff implications. I don't necessarily hate this lineup, especially for a primetime game. I'm not complaining. Listen, the Jaguars and the Jets played this week. We could have gotten that as a Thursday night game. You know what I'm saying? Here's Samuel with the pitch and a first down. He'll keep going. Needed 6, got about 9 first down. San Francisco. There's Deebo Samuel again doing a nice job at the running back position. And picking up the first down there. Garoppolo 2 for 2, 14 yards. First and 10, Garoppolo will dump it over to Kittle. He makes the catch. Second down coming up. Let's take a look again here. Kittle taking it to the far right, and he's only going to get a couple of yards here as Kevin Byard made the tackle. What are we? Second down and 5. Kittle on the season, 64 catches for 855 yards and 6 touchdowns. Garoppolo fakes it to Wilson, and he dumps it over to Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk to the 30, tries to hurdle, and he's shoved out of bounds around the 24. Play action throws working again for Garoppolo. As another first down for San Francisco as we take a look at Ayuk. Fake the end around, and they end up throwing to Ayuk out of the flat, and they're able to pick up about 15 on that one. Hurdle, though, unsuccessful. San Francisco now ball placed at the 27. 7th play of the opening drive of the game. Garoppolo. Hands it off to Wilson, and Wilson would go down to the 25. Making it second down 8 coming up as Hecko gets the tackle. There's rumors swirling about a month ago that unless San Francisco makes a Super Bowl run, they are going to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo this offseason, and the Trey Lance show will officially begin. But I gotta be honest with you, you erase those first 7 weeks of the season, Garoppolo has looked like a very strong quarterback. Definitely one maybe a team like Carolina or Denver would be interested in. Now, definitely wanting to pay probably a second-round pick for him. Garoppolo down the middle. Deebo Samuel, 2. A fumble in the end zone. He was tackled at the 1. And it looks like the referee's got down him at the 1. But Buster Screen is on top of the football in the end zone. Oh, well, it was a nice catch. Yeah, and he's down. He's down at the 2. He is down at the 2. Okay, yeah, so not even close to a fumble here. But Samuel did make the nice catch. Kevin Byard couldn't get the tackle. Cornerback got slipped there. It was Christian Fulton. So first and goal, handoff goes, and Wilson is in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jeff Wilson Jr., who began the season on IR, busted in from 2 yards out in San Francisco as a 6-0 lead, 9:57 to go, opening quarter. So there's the opening drive long gone. 49ers cash in with 6 with a little run up the middle again from the 1 yard line. They're going to mark it. And he's able to dive in for the touchdown. Just getting the ball across the plane. Good call there by the officials. Now here's the extra point from Robbie Gould. Good snap, and he just sneaks it through the left side, and it's good. 7-0 San Francisco. By the way, Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 for 4 on that drive. Are you sure they're willing to give up Garoppolo just yet? Well, game will go along. We'll see what happens, but Garoppolo looked very impressive on that one. Almost threw the touchdown to Samuel. Yeah, I mean, here's the issue. I've kind of been against the whole drafting Trey Lance scenario. This is the worst case scenario for San Francisco. What if you make the playoffs? What if you make an NFC championship game? Are you really going to get rid of Garoppolo? Unless you got a Carson Wentz, Nick Foles thing from 2018 going on, I don't think that's what San Francisco needs or wants. I was heavily against drafting Trey Lance. Not that Trey Lance is a bad player. He definitely should have been going top 5, top 6. A team who needed a quarterback who should have taken a chance on Trey Lance was the Detroit Lions. He should have fell to the Lions. I'm not saying San Francisco should have moved up in the draft because it makes sense. Move up in the draft to get a player, but to get a quarterback where for once Jimmy Garoppolo isn't injury prone and for once he's really producing good numbers. Well, I guess he produced good numbers in 2019 as well. Like, I know he's missed a couple of games this year due to injury, but they weren't like long-term injuries or anything. And that's where I'm like, well, you could have, if you were so worried about the quarterback position, I agree, get rid of CJ Beathard, get rid of Nick Mullins, although Nick Mullins did look impressive Monday night, get rid of them. I'm thinking, okay, trade for Marcus Mariota or sign a Ryan Fitzpatrick or sign, another reliable veteran. Maybe trade for someone like Jameis Winston. Maybe. San Francisco should have explored their options instead of Trey Lance. Okay, well, what are you going to do if Garoppolo makes a Pro Bowl this year? I mean, he didn't. But what if he threw 30 touchdowns to 5 interceptions and the 49ers got 12, 13 wins? What do you do there? You don't switch from Garoppolo. You just don't. Heavily against drafting Trey Lance. There's something wrong with Lance's abilities. It's San Francisco needed to build on their secondary instead of building basically on offense. I mean, they drafted the running back they needed. Obviously, after Raheem Mostert's been kind of injury prone the past couple of seasons. So they got Elijah Mitchell now, which is good. Have a couple of very young receivers. They have a great offensive line. It's just they need to build on defenses. Here's Rodgers. Chester Rogers out to the 39 before stepping out of bounds. In conclusion, San Francisco should have went secondary, number 3 overall. Or they should have just stayed at 8 or 9 overall and drafted whoever was there. But anyway, moving on to the Titans. Another team who, maybe not this year, but maybe wanting to trade Ryan Tannehill soon. 14 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. He has not looked good since the Derrick Henry injury, to say the least. Ranked 17th overall, but they do got A.J. Brown and Julio Jones back in the lineup. Deontay Foreman, the main back, with the backup being Dontrell Hilliard. Here is the handoff. Oh, they fake it to Foreman, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Lost about 5. It's Nick Bosa, his second Pro Bowl he goes. And he's going to lose about 5 there. What's up, Payne? Thanks for stopping by. Thursday night football. A full Thursday night football broadcast. I know, it's amazing. Appreciate Hayden and everyone else stopping by. Second down, 18. So it was a loss of 8 on that. Here's the handoff. Hilliard will go out to the, get about 6 yards back on that, making it around 3rd down and 12. Yep, 3rd and 12 coming up here for Tennessee. Well, I got to tell you one thing. That is how you tire out your defense. San Francisco goes on a 5-minute scoring drive, and you respond with a 3 and out. That would not be ideal for Tennessee's defense here, especially with San Francisco's dominant running attack. And again, Garoppolo did not throw an incompletion on that opening drive. Putting Michael Pruitt in motion, 3rd down and 11. Ball placed at the 37. Tannehill steps back and gun it down the middle. It's low, but it is caught at the 48 of San Francisco. It is Westbrook-Ikhine with the 1st down. Fred Warner should have maybe moved a little bit more towards the right. He could have maybe gotten an easy read, but instead, Tannehill able to throw low, and the rookie receiver makes the reception. So Tannehill now 2 for 2 for 12 yards on the night. Ball placed at the 48. They put A.J. Brown in motion with Julio Jones also lined up to the left. They fake it to Foreman. Tannehill going to wait in the pocket, and down he goes. Waited too long. Way too long. And it's Ekboom with the sack. Shane Ekboom, the former Ram, coming over from Los Angeles this past offseason, signs a 3-year deal with San Francisco. He's got to San Francisco has to improve on their pass rush. They're without Dee Ford for the rest of the year. He got injured a couple weeks ago. San Francisco got to keep that pass rush up and running and getting the pressure there. And now a sack. And again, the previous first down, which was a loss of 8 yards. Second down, 18, also goes nowhere. Williams on the tackle, keeping it third down and long here. So let's see if Tannehill will continue to air it out. Take a look at this 49ers defense, ranked 6th. A lot of pieces from the Super Bowl 54 team, a lot of new pieces. Alshire has a few interceptions this year. Has done well. Avery Thomas, the rookie, along with Josh Norman, Jimmy Ward, Jaquiski Tart, and Kwan Williams in the secondary. No Emmanuel Mosley. He's still out long term, as is Jason Verrett and Travis Moore. They're down 15 and going absolutely nowhere. Making it fourth down and 15 coming up here. We also take a look at the 49ers defense. I already mentioned they were without Ford, and they're also without Trayvon Wilson. So Titans don't go 3 and out, but they don't really just get past midfield. But it will ultimately be a Brett Kern punt. Brandon Ayuk standing back at it inside his 10. Yeah, ball placed now at the 46. And we will see a Brent Kern punt here. He was standing back at the 34, and Kern, former Bronco back in 2008. Oh, what a beautiful punt, but the backspin was not there, and into the end zone it goes for a touchback. So San Francisco get the ball back up 7 at the 20. See what George Kittle can do when we come back. Thursday Night Football. I can catch the game live on NFL Network. Yeah, again, you can watch this game live on NFL Network. It is not airing on Fox, in case you were wondering. So in case you were watching Fox, like, hey, where the heck's Thursday Night Football? No, strictly on NFL Network this week, as is the Saturday night games, Packers, Browns, and Cardinals, Colts. I will not be broadcasting those 2 games. Obviously, it's Christmas Day. I will be spending quality time with my family that day, so that is a no. Sunday, I was originally thinking Bills-Patriots, but I was also thinking maybe I could commentate Red Zone or commentate the Red Zone 4 o'clock window. I'm just thinking. I don't know. Because, again, I'm going to be out pretty much all day Saturday. Probably won't be coming back to my house till like early Sunday morning anyway. So maybe trying to rush a broadcast may not be the best thing in the world. So maybe I'll probably just do like a long Red Zone commentary. Maybe Sunday Night Football, but probably would rather do Red Zone instead. Monday, I guess if my plans drop for Monday, I'll do Saints-Dolphins, but I'm going to be busy on Monday. And then, I guess I'm on school vacation now until January 2nd, or I guess January 3rd will be my next day back in school. So I'm not going to try to do a broadcast every day, but, I got to do at least a few broadcasts this week for sure. Next Sunday, like I said, this Sunday will either be Patriots, Bills, or Red Zone. Next Sunday will 100% be Patriots, Jaguars. My favorite team against my hometown team, not to mention Trevor Lawrence versus Mac Jones. In my opinion, the best 2 rookie quarterbacks. Come at me, Bears fans. Keep on coming at me. Justin Fields, not surpassed Trey Lance. Trey Lance is... he's better than Zach Wilson. But in my opinion, Justin Fields is yet to surpass Trevor Lawrence. But, yeah. All right. 1st and 10 here. At the 20. For San Francisco, Garoppolo trying to audible Wilson, the running back. Stretch handoff, takes it to the left. Juke move, and 11 yards. First down, San Francisco, for high bounds by Harold Landry III. Okay. What's up, Russell? Thanks for stopping by. Show the TV. I would love to, man. I get that a lot. Show the TV. I would love to. It is copyright reasons. Wilson will get it too on the 2nd and 1. So San Francisco does get their first down. A yard afterwards. I guess they made Wilson a yard shy on the previous run. By the way, George Kittle absolutely amped up with Greg Olsen today during the pregame. Of course, Greg Olsen now the color commentator with Kevin Burkhardt on Fox, and gotta love the tight ends hugging it out there. Obviously, kind of passing the torch there. Kittle starting to pick up near the end of Olsen's career. They figure to Wilson. Garoppolo is going to toss it over to Wilson to the left, and he's down after a gain of 3 by Filton. It'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up. San Francisco doing fine without Mostert or Sermon as their 2 main backs heading into the season. Even Elijah Mitchell's out tonight. I mean, San Francisco is really down their 3-headed monster. But Jeff Wilson, say what you want about him, but in his limited time, he's been impressive. And I seriously feel if it wasn't on San Francisco, he would be a backup running back. Here's Juszczyk, breaks off a tackle, Juszczyk to the 40, and that's why he made the Pro Bowl, shoved out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and we got a flag, and they may call Travis Benjamin. Oh, my goodness, but Kyle Juszczyk ripping off a couple of tackles and going about 25 on that. But I don't know if it's going to get called back or not. There is a flag down. I mean, the Niners to cover 3.5. I think they will. My prediction for this game was San Francisco winning 31-20, so they definitely covered the spread there. That's what I'm assuming, but that was just my prediction. That the way it's going, it looks like San Francisco's definitely could score 31 points. Oh, they're going to call Fulton on a horse collar? Even though he pulled the shoulder. I don't know what they're going to call there, but they're going to call it against Tennessee at the 25. Handoff to Wilson, brought down at the line, so it'll now be 2nd down and 10. Okay, so I guess they called Tennessee on a horse collar, even though he grabbed Juszczyk's shoulder, not his actual back of the jersey. But there's the one NFL refereeing moment of every game. You may not disagree with the call, but I kind of understand why they called it, even though I don't agree with it. Here's a 2nd down and 10. Garoppolo from the 25 and shotgun Wilson to his left. Garoppolo's going to gun it down the middle. It's Kittle to the 10. And 1st and goal to go for San Francisco. Garoppolo 7 for 7 for 88 yards. You have to have an incompletion by either quarterback, but Garoppolo definitely outplaying Tannehill right now. Good throw down the middle to Kittle. I mean, picture perfect place ball. Let the tight end get up and grab it. Nice play. 1st and goal. Inside the 10, but not quite the 9. Wilson's already has a rushing touchdown. Here's the pitch. Deebo Samuel, stiff arm, breaks off a couple of tackles, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 7. Again, Samuels has a rushing touchdown in the last 5 games. And he is their number 1 receiver. Samuel, 30-year receiver, making his first ever Pro Bowl. We take a look at the NFC playoff picture. Green Bay, the number 1 seed, the only team in the entire league who has officially clinched a playoff spot. Dallas at 2, Bucks at 3, Cardinals at 4, Rams at 5, 49ers at 6, Vikings at 7, but the Eagles, Saints, and football team are all right there at 7-7 as well. San Francisco cannot lose tonight. And as for Tennessee, they can't really lose either because if Tennessee wins Sunday, which I think they will be tied for the first seed. Thank goodness Tennessee has the tiebreakers there. As Garoppolo throws, it's picked off in the end zone. Oh, Garoppolo started the night 8 for 8. Takes an end zone shot and throws an interception to Janoris Jackrabbit Jenkins, stepping in front of Kittle. Oh, man, that's when Garoppolo's going to want back. Tennessee, huge stop on defense. Well, I'll tell you one thing. That's the difference between two-possession game or not. So that is huge play. Jackrabbit Jenkins, former Satan Giant, getting the pick there. All right, I guess we'll put the Janoris Jenkins end zone pick. Why not? Why not? We'll throw that in the chat. I guess it was my most enthusiastic call so far, so might as well. All right, let's see. Well, there's no NHL games on tonight because COVID is just sucking the life out of hockey right now. They are projected to come back Monday. And to my knowledge, the Winter Classic is still on as well, so that's good. But, yeah, no NHL games on until at least next Monday. Next Monday's schedule. We'll recap that in a little bit. Right now we have, Miami, Ohio defeated North Texas 27-14 earlier today. And currently Florida beating UCF in the Florida Bowl, I guess. I forget the actual name for the bowl game, but it's kind of interesting. These are my two of my three favorite college schools here. It goes Florida Gators, Boston College Eagles, and UCF Knights. So even though I guess I'm rooting for Florida, but if UCF wins, I wouldn't be mad about that. Obviously, favorite college versus Blake Bortles College, so I wouldn't mind whoever wins there. And then in the NBA, we got the Pelicans beating the Magic 75-70, Rockets beating the Pacers 87-86, Hawks beating the 76ers 76-73, Pistons beating the Heat 61-55, Knicks beating the Wizards 64-57, and Bucks leading the Mavericks 13-10. Other games starting in about 12 minutes. Garoppolo's on a mission. He was trying to find Kittle in the back, but good read by Jenkins to get the pick. What's up, Pedro? It's been a while. I do agree. I've been doing fine. Hopefully you've been doing good as well. Tennessee with the interception by Janoris Jenkins. So we had a commercial break. Titans getting the ball at the 20 with Foreman. Mikael Pruitt in motion. A.J. Brown also in motion. And here's the handoff. Foreman up the middle, and he's wrapped up. And a loss of 1 and a big fist pump after that tackle by number 36 there for San Francisco. He's second down coming up. Trying to find who that was, but I guess he's not on my roster. Yeah, Garoppolo just walking over to the sideline with a blank expression. That's his first red zone interception since November 17th of 2019 against the Cardinals. Here's a throw. Julio Jones to the 27. Make it 3rd down and 3 coming up as Alshire gets the tackle. Alshire got interception against the Colts back on Sunday Night Football. San Francisco's had a couple of primetime games this year. Of course, Thursday Night Football is how every single team gets one primetime game a year. Believe it or not, that is true. Thanks to Thursday Night Football, every team gets a primetime game, which I guess is nice, but at the same time, we got teams like the Jets who don't even deserve a primetime game who get one. I guess the Lions are the same. There's a fake too. Or actually, they will pitch it forward to Brown, and what a tackle by Fred Warner. Loss of 2. Fred Warner with a sensational tackle. 3-0 for the Titans, and we'll get a Brent Kern punt to begin the second quarter. A little shuffle pass to Brown. broke out the first tackle, but Fred Warner, he make the Pro Bowl. He's upset about that. 7-0 at the end of one. No. Yeah, I knew TJ's been going through a lot recently. I was not aware of that, though. And God, I hope TJ's all right. Prayers up to him. Ugh, that's definitely a scary situation there. That's unfortunate. He's a nice guy. Hate to see that stuff. Prayers go out to him for sure. That sucks. Okay. What's up, Trial Exotic? Thanks for stopping by. Bruins gotta wait till Monday, man. Bruins gotta wait till Monday, at least. Hopefully that game against Pittsburgh don't get canceled. I miss commentating Bruins games. If the Bruins were on yesterday, I would have commentated. If there was any hockey on yesterday, I would have commentated. But of course, last game had to be Tuesday when the Lightning beat the Golden Knights. So there's no broadcast yesterday. Yeah, I saw that. Cheyenne did request a trade, and I laughed because he's a bust, and it's funny. He had 3 points in 14 games, and he's demanding a trade. Like, how do you even have the power to request a trade if you only played 14 career games? Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Bruins could trade like a 4th-round pick for him, like at best. He might not be able to commentate again. Oh, my God. Well, I hope TJ can commentate again. Jesus, that would suck if he's worked so hard up to this point to get where he's at. That would just really suck if I hope everything's going to be all right with him, but definitely want him to commentate again. I don't want him to be going through any of that scary stuff. Just a punt. It's going to land at the 37, and it'll stay there. Lucky to get a 7th. Yeah, I know. A 4th is generous. A 4th is if we trade someone back to someone else. I mean, I'm trying to think of teams who could, use the services. I mean, I'm thinking, Ottawa could. Like a young team like Ottawa, San Jose, maybe Anaheim, and just get, a 7th or 6th in return. Or maybe another prospect. I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting another prospect defenseman. Now that Zaborov's out for the rest of the year, I wouldn't mind acquiring another defenseman because, oh, God, I just don't want to sit through John Moore playing hockey ever again. It is never good experiences. All right, well, San Francisco will get the ball back. Garoppolo is 8 for 9, 140 yards. That interception, though, sucks because that interception is not only Garoppolo's only completion right now, but that just completely destroyed his passer rating and completion percentage. I mean, he was on a roll. Let's see if he can shake off the turnover. He dumps it over to Wilson to the right, and he is going to fall forward for 11. First down, San Francisco. Those comments on Bruins-related videos. Firing Cassidy, Sweeney, and Neely. Need to trade Moore at the deadline? Oh, absolutely. Nah, Moore's still got 2 years left on his deal. Bruins got to get rid of him as soon as possible. I would literally be okay if the Bruins brought, Brooks Orpik out of retirement and, brought him in on a 10-day contract or a professional tryout or whatever. I'm just done seeing John Moore on the ice. I mean, why not get someone like Brooks Orpik? He did go to Boston College. All right, 2nd down 3 after the handoff by Wilson. That went for 7. Yeah, man. I don't know what the Bruins should do. I ain't saying nothing until this year passes. Here's another handoff. Wilson will get to gain of 4. That's another first down for San Francisco. I mean, the 49ers, you want to talk about the NFL version of the Bruins. You're looking right at them, the San Francisco 49ers. A team who had their shot to win a championship in 2019, blew that shot, and is just kind of trying to find their lost identity after coming so close to victory. They made a knee-jerk decision drafting a quarterback, just like the Bruins are making knee-jerk decisions, keeping guys like Brandon Carlo for 6 years. Incomplete, down the sideline, Kyle Juszczyk almost reeled that one in one hand. Although the Carlo contract isn't bad by any means, he's only making $25 million for 6 years, but different sport, same kind of area. They're still like a playoff team, but they're not really a championship team. There's a team that, they can make the playoffs, but will they win a Super Bowl? I doubt it. Could the Bruins win a Stanley Cup with this current core? No, they can't. They had their shot in 2019. It was no. And then last year when you acquired Taylor Hall, that was another shot. Once you lost to the Islanders, I kind of sensed the beginning of the end is near. And I think this season it's sunken into me that this is officially the beginning of the end for the Bruins. As Evans is brought down, it'll be 3rd down 6 coming up. Oh, you know what, man? You got built for the future. Or rather, 3rd down 4. You got Swayman. You have a bunch of decent players in Providence. You have Charlie McAvoy and Brandon Carlo off brand new extensions. You have Taylor Hall for another 3 years. Do what you can, but I think the Bruins Cup contending is definitely over, unfortunately. Here's another handoff on 3rd and 4, and Trent Williams signals first down, but we have to get an official call from the referee, and he says he's a yard shy. That was Michael Hasty on the carry, which will make it 4th down and 1. Lysol breaks into the league for the next 2 years? Maybe. That'd be cool. S is young. Yep. Yeah, really, you look at the Bruins in the next 5 years, you'll have half their prospects they have now: Carlo, McAvoy, Pasternak, and Swayman. That's basically it. They fake it on 4th and 1. Garoppolo's going to throw, and Samuel makes the grab at the 20. They convert on 4th down off a play action throw. Garoppolo rolled out to his right. Didn't overthrow his receiver. Lucky for him. And that is another first down for San Francisco. They keep the drive alive. Working up against Filton and man coverage. Felton just slipped, trying to stick with Samuel. Why is he going to the Pro Bowl? Amazing route running and amazing separation from the receivers, or from the corners. Really nice throw there from Garoppolo. Here's the pitch. Wilson. Brought out of bounds to the 18-yard line. Hey, Patriot fans, Jimmy Garoppolo could have been yours. You would have had to wait another 2 years after you traded him, but he would have been yours. No, I'm kidding. I personally would take Mac Jones over Jimmy Garoppolo right now anyway. Belichick made the smart call. Man, when I was watching Jared Stidham play last year, I'm like, there is literally no way this guy is going to be the Patriots quarterback in the near future. And then once he drafted Mac Jones, I'm like, I knew it. I knew it. Here's Wilson. And bounds after a loss of 2 by Cunningham, making it 3rd down 11. Now keep Mac Jones. Exactly. Yeah. Mac Jones, like I said, I would even take Mac Jones right now over Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo's solid, but there was no need to keep him around. Patriots just had one good year of horrible quarterback play with Stidham and Cam Newton. realized they both stunk, released Newton for the hot shot rookie, and he's playing amazing. He's a 3rd down 11. They put George Kittle in motion in shotgun as Garoppolo. Under immediate duress, flag is down as Garoppolo is brought down after a gain of 4. Yeah, it looked like Bud Dupree was held. So I would imagine Tennessee declines the penalty, making it 4th and 8. And we'll get a San Francisco field goal attempt. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen anyway. All right. Yeah, Vrabel's got a decision to make here. Does he make it 3rd and 16 or does he make it 4th and 8? I would decline. I mean, they're in field goal range no matter how you look at it. Or they're going to call offsides against Tennessee. That penalty is declined, so I guess Dupree went offsides. Oh, but the face mask on the offense. Yeah. So we get to replay 3rd down, and they're going to call that's what I thought the holding was. It was a face mask on Trent Williams. Oh, but Dupree did go offsides. Okay. But yeah, I definitely saw the face mask on Williams. Again, I just thought it was holding. I didn't know it was a face mask. Definitely, after seeing the replay, no way Williams could argue that one. And it'll be 3rd down and 26. Well, obviously, I'd rather take the 3rd and 26 instead of the 4th and 8. 49ers backed up all the way to the 38-yard line. I mean, now you're in very long field goal position if you get 0 yards. They'll place it at the 36. Yeah, that was the 38. They'll mark it at the 36, Garoppolo. In an empty backfield. Takes a snap, dumps it over. Samuel breaks off 1, breaks off 2. Tebow Samuel will be brought down at the 29. He broke off some tackles, and he's going to put San Francisco in much more comfortable Robbie Gould range. That was scary. That definitely looked like it could have been a loss of 2. Thank goodness that was Tebow Samuel, or else you're definitely losing 2 or 3 on that instead of gaining about 6. So 4th and 19. They'll give him 7 on that catch. Now we'll get to see Robbie Gould, the longtime Chicago Bear, for joining San Francisco. 11 for 13 this season, with his long being at 52. This one from 48, a high snap, but a good hold, and Gould drills it. 10-0. 49ers go up by 2 possessions. Penalties may cost San Fran a touchdown, but they still get points on the board. They're up 10 on the road. Take one thing, 9 and 6. That all but basically clinches you a spot in the NFC unless you lose out. Because, yeah, even though Arizona and LA are fighting for the division, I mean, yeah, even though they're fighting it out for the division lead, San Francisco is basically all but locked up either the 5th or 6th spot. So, again, unless they literally lose out and like the Vikings or Eagles or Saints win out. By the way, Taysom Hill and Trevor Siemian both got COVID, so we're going to be seeing Ian Book, the rookie out of Notre Dame, make his first career start on Monday Night Football. No pressure. You just have to play the Dolphins, who won 6 straight games at home during a primetime game. Yeah, what could go wrong there? I actually may pick the Saints to win that game. The Dolphins, I don't know how to explain them. They were 1-7. Now they're 7-7. But you have to take a look at it this way. The teams they've beaten this year have been awful. Like, I don't, like, they've beaten the Panthers, the Giants. They've beaten a lot of weak teams. I don't get it. But at the same time, they're good. They've beaten the Jets twice as well. But, like, I can't discredit them because they're winning the games they need to win. And Tua's finally playing decent. Oh, Tua's joined the chat in a few minutes. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I hope he's doing fine. I'm sorry, man. I hope everything's going well. Prayers go out to you, man. I hope everything's going well because no one deserves to go through any of that crap. And you're obviously no exception, so hope you're doing fine. Tomorrow, NFL Network's preparing a football life. John Lynch, of course, made the Hall of Fame this year. Former Buccaneer Broncos safety, John Lynch. Also GM of the 49ers. Got extended last offseason. So San Francisco now 10-0. Here's Mitchell Wisniewski for the punt. This one will land for the touchback. Out to the 25 goes Tennessee with 8.5 to go here in this first half. Oh, man. That sucks, man. Hope everything goes well because, yeah, that's just wicked unfortunate stuff going on. First and 10. Foreman the handoff, and he will lose 3. That's Jimmy Ward on the tackle, along with Eminu. Got a late flag. Let's see what that happens against Tennessee. Or at least I thought it was against Tennessee. We'll see. Penalties on. It looks like Shanahan got word. Personal foul, chop block, offense. And so we'll replay first down. I'm going to call it on Brewer. Brewer on my roster? Don't look like it. I'm using my Titans roster from a few weeks ago when they played the Patriots. So I guess I technically don't have the most up-to-date Titans roster. San Francisco one printed out this morning, so that one must be accurate. Here's a 1st and 22 now after the penalty. At the 13, handoff goes Foreman, and he will break off a couple of tackles down to the 21-yard line. Foreman was drafted in the 3rd round by the Texans at the 2017 draft, and he looked very impressive. The issue was he was injury-prone. After 2018, Houston cut their losses, picked up by the Colts in 2019, just spent time on the practice squad, played briefly with the Titans in 2020, got released, brought back after the Derrick Henry injury, and basically is now the running back 1 after they tried Adrian Peterson. That was a failed experiment. Dontrell Hilliard is good but is inconsistent. And went with Foreman as their RB2. Tannehill's going to throw low, and it's caught to the 32. It's A.J. Brown, brought down by Jaquiski Tart. It is 3rd down and 3. Roughly coming up here for the Titans offense. All right. 3rd down and 3. Tannehill 5 for 5 for 13 yards. Tannehill's going to roll out to the right, throws, and sideline catch by A.J. Brown. Needed 3, got 4. That's another 1st down. This is a very typical Ryan Tannehill game. 6 for 6, which you're thinking, okay, great. He has a perfect completion rating. But at the same time, well, it's only 23 yards, and he's not wanting to take a deep shot, which is turning into an issue for Tannehill. I think he just loses a lot of confidence. Here's the handoff, And here is Hilliard out to the, looks like 44-yard line. Will be second down coming up. Thanks, Jeffrey, for tuning in. Unfortunately, I guess that was the case. I'm just being told of this as well, so fortunate stuff there. Tannehill now. The 44 will put Brown in motion. Handoff goes to Hilliard, and he's brought down after a loss of 2 to be 3rd and 3. Street combining on the tackle. And it will be 3rd down 2 coming up, so only lose 1 on that. Take a look at the career rushing yards. Foreman, 769. Hilliard, 325. And Jeremy McNichols, who is the, I guess, third-string running back for the Titans now, 319 career yards. McNichols, another running back out of 2017 class with Foreman. He's played on the 49ers, Buccaneers, and Jaguars before his time with Tennessee. Tannehill will throw, and incomplete and nearly picked. Ward broke up the pass, and Tart nearly got the interception off the deflection. It's 4th and 2, and make it another punt here for the Titans. I mean, with or without Derrick Henry, you have A.J. Brown and Julio Jones back in the lineup. Tannehill throws his first incompletion again. That one nearly intercepted by Jaquiski Tart. I just don't understand what's wrong with Ryan Tannehill, but he ain't producing right now. He's definitely producing like Miami Tannehill, not the 2019-2020 Tannehill. Here's Ayuk with his punt return, landing to the 22. And here is 4:37 to go in the first half. San Francisco up 10-0 over Tennessee, getting the ball back. I'll tell you one thing. San Francisco should be up by 3 possessions if Garoppolo didn't throw that end zone interception there to Jenkins late in the first. All right, well, in another commercial break, appreciate everyone stopping by tonight. So currently 49ers up 10-0 over the Titans, 4:37 left like I mentioned. Currently the college football game, we got Gators beating the Knights 10-9. I wonder which game's getting more viewers right now. I gotta shift to the NFL's getting more viewers tonight, just strictly because UCF and Florida both had underwhelming seasons, and this game has serious playoff implications. So I'm assuming this game would have more ratings. I'm not entirely sure on that, though. Definitely something to keep an eye out for, which game ends up with more ratings. I'm going to go with 49ers and Titans slightly more. Pelicans being the Magic 99-90, Pacers being the Rockets 108-99, Sixers being the Hawks 90-88, and the Pistons being the Heat 77-75. Wizards up 86-84 over the Knicks. Bucks and Mavericks tied at 29. Hornets beating the Nuggets 8-2. Timberwolves and Jazz just getting our way. That game tied at 2, and the Suns have a 5-1 lead over the Thunder. Grizzlies and Warriors starting in about 45 minutes. Lakers, Spurs in an hour and 15. Nets and Trailblazers, that's not bad. Only one NBA game postponed tonight. That's not bad. Take a look now at San Francisco. By the way, Kyle Shanahan, according to Next Gen Stats, in the shift motion rate, 78% this season, 73% last season as well. So, pretty high in that regard. Garoppolo gets the ball back at the 22, fires down the middle and out of the hands of Evans. Oh my goodness gracious. That was another just underthrow by Garoppolo, what I thought was going to be easy reads, ended up being a drop interception. I mean, Tennessee's getting the ball at the 25. If Evans makes this play, actually, no, I'll probably get around the 30 rather. If Evans makes this play, they get it at the 30. Oh, man. Here's Garoppolo now, 2nd down and 10. You fake it. Handoff goes Wilson. He brought down the line. 3rd down and 10 coming up, but Dupree on the tackle. Yeah. Well, again, hope TJ's gonna make it out of his situation. Okay. Here's the 3rd and 10. 49ers are 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. Here's Garoppolo. Stepping up and almost strip sacked. He holds on to the ball and takes the sack, though. That could have been worse than it was. That is going to be a sack for number 96 there for Tennessee. Danico Autry. And it'll be 4th and long, and we will get to see our first San Francisco punt with Mitch Wisniewski ready to punt this one away. But, that was a huge sack by Autry. Ball even came out for a second, but Garoppolo was downed. 4th and 17. And let's take a look at the Tennessee timeout. So Tennessee burns their first of the half. San Francisco still has all 3. Garoppolo's ready to throw. He puts it back. Autry just slams him to the turf, though. This is massive hit. Ball definitely comes out. Timeout was called, but I mean, it really wouldn't matter because Kittle fell on the ball anyways. So I think regardless of what happens, San Francisco maintains possession. So they can't really be challenging the fumble because, I mean, that would be pointless. Tennessee wouldn't even get possession. But yeah, Autry with a huge sack there. So we will see the punt. First San Fran punt of the game, 4th overall. And this punt was awful. Shanked off the foot and rolls out of bounds at the 49 of Tennessee. Ouch. Only about a 36-yard punt, roughly. Not good there. Tennessee about 1st down at field goal range. Let's see what happens down 10. So today in the men's college basketball world, Vanderbilt beat Hawaii 68-54. Samford beat Liberty 79-76, and Wyoming beat UNI 71-69. BYU and Vanderbilt starting in about 45 minutes. If the women college basketball games on, there were no games on today. Marquette beat Cincinnati. San Francisco beat Tulsa, and Old Dolman beat Temple. Those games occurred last night. My friend's saying that the 49ers win them like I did too, man. I don't know how you could not. I mean, really. I don't know how you could have not picked San Francisco tonight. I think it looked really obvious that Tennessee isn't good. All right. Still in commercial break here. Come on, get out of the commercial break. We actually had a pretty decent game going on here. 10-0, Tennessee and the ball finally in great field position. And yeah, great doubleheader for NFL action. Browns, Packers, and Colts, Cardinals again, just like this game. Maybe AFC versus NFC matchups, but my God, do these games mean a lot for the playoffs starting in 3 weeks. So, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a great playoff race. It's going to be exciting with that extra wildcard team and that extra week at the end of the year. As this is a huge tackle. Geoff Swan made the catch, but Jaquiski Tart was right there for the tackle. So we got a minute to drain, then we got the 2-minute warning. Tannehill will get out of the huddle. 3 receivers set to the left. So is Foreman. 1 receiver to the right. They will put the tight end in motion. Now to each direction. Inside handoff. Foreman. And a brick wall of white uniforms. 3rd and 10. I mean, this is some abysmal play calling by Mike Vrabel here. Even Vrabel's looking up. She's like, what am I doing now? Well, 3rd and 10. With that shank punt, you're literally gift wrapped at a field goal. You may not get enough distance for Randy Bullock. We hit the 2-minute warning. Tennessee's offense is struggling mightily. Their defense is keeping them in this game. Just like last week against Pittsburgh, it's the defense that's keeping Tennessee in this game for much longer than they should be. We had to commercial break again for the 2-minute warning. I don't know, at least for the first half last week against Pittsburgh, they had a pulse. They were shut down in the second half, but at least in the first half, they scored, 13, 15 points, something like that. They were really scoring on a few possessions. They have flat out done nothing in their past, 7. See what we got going now. UCF took the lead. Wow. Well, there we go. UCF took the lead over Florida. We also have Canadian World Juniors pre-tournament. Canada beating Russia 6-3 in that regard. All right. What's up, Brad? Thanks for stopping by. Go Titans. All right. He's got a Titan fan in the chat now. I got to credit your team because I'm, of course, a Jaguars fan, so I can't hate. I'm enjoying this right now. I am enjoying San Francisco winning this game, but I can't really talk any of my stuff because Jaguars may or may not be 2-11, so I can't even make fun of the Texans anymore. The Texans swept the Jaguars, and they have more wins than us. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, Debo Samuel on your fantasy team. There you go. Debo's gonna do good for you. Hopefully he finds the end zone tonight. As 3rd down 10, Tannehill throws, caught by Brown, got 12. I mean, I guess Tennessee's offense is living and dying by 3rd down right now. They have had to punt a few times, but at least with this catch, they get within field goal range. And nice play there from Brown. Channel support LGBTQ? Yeah. I'm accepting to whoever you want to be. That's fine. I have no issues with you want to just live your own life and be a nice person. That's all I gotta say. Here's Foreman breaking out a run. Deontay Foreman for the end zone. There is a flag. He dives in. It's probably is a touchdown, but I think it's gonna get called back for the flag. But in case, serious question there, in case anyone is wondering, yes, this channel does. I appreciate who people are as people. Just as long as you're a polite person, it's fine by me, no matter the gender, the whatever. That's fine. You don't have to donate, but yeah, if you're wondering, I'm a person who I'm very open-minded. I just respect people for the way how they are, and if they're nice individuals, I'll get along with them. And I think they're going to call Foreman on the face mask, which is going to nullify this touchdown. Yep, face mask. That's Yep, that's going to be against Tennessee, and even Vrabel's telling Foreman, well, you tried to do a stiff arm, but apparently you got penalized. And well, it looked like to me on this replay, you got a face mask. Let's take a look again. This was kind of a bad call or not. Well, I think San Francisco also got away with one. It was a double-edged sword. They both got away with face mask penalties. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. NFL officials. Ruining a great game of football right now. That's not good. 1st and 20. Tannehill will take the snap in an empty backfield. Tannehill will step back, pump fakes, guns one, and for A.J. Brown, rather, incomplete, swat away by Thomas, and it'll be 2nd and 20. I guess now would be a good time to mention that now that Julio Jones is back in the lineup, though, he is yet to catch a pass. He's yet to catch a touchdown pass in a Titan uniform. Which obviously week 16, this is with or without injuries. This is obviously the longest drought Julio Jones has went in a season without catching a touchdown throughout his entire career. And Tannehill, I mean, he finally took a deep shot. That's what he needed to do. But it was just broken up by Thomas. Good man-to-man coverage. 2nd and 10. Tannehill's going to gun it. And over the hands of Westbrook-Akeen, making it 3rd down and 20. All right. There's a minute 36 to go in the half. We are approaching halftime here. Titans still down. 3rd and 20 to go. They were in field goal range up until that kind of bogus penalty, to say the least. This will be a 3rd down and 20, though, coming up. Let's see if they can get anywhere closer in Randy Bullock range. Tannehill throws, caught. Brown, they only got a yard out of that, making 4th and 19. Not saying they had to go deep. Maybe that was the proper play call, but you had to get at least like 6-7 yards there to get in range for like a proper field goal. So San Francisco's going to burn a timeout. Both teams got 2 remaining, and they're going to get the ball back, whether it's a punt or a field goal attempt. San Francisco's getting the ball back with well over a minute to go on the clock, and San Francisco can cash in and get some points here. That would not be good for Tennessee. Yeah, it's just a good tackle. Just met him at the line, Tart and Williams. Actually, Ward and Williams, rather. Ward's number 1, Tart's number 3. Yeah, I mean, I still get these New Jersey numbers mixed up occasionally. Punt from Brent Kern. Fair catch signaled, and it is fair caught by Ayuk at the 10. Minute 20 to go. They do punt. Probably would have been like a 60-yard field goal. It was probably better off for them punting. His offense will come back out here in to probably close out this first half. I ain't trying to bring up old stuff, but the last time I broadcasted a full game on a weeknight, that was the Tom Grossi raid stream. So keep that in mind. I gotta be alert now for the halftime shows. I gotta be alert now because if the Grossi Posse raid comes in again, I'm gonna have to correct myself. Oh my goodness! I said Tom Grossi was part of the Dumpster Fire podcast. Oof, that was a my bad right there when I meant to say clickbait sports. But you know what? Seems water's under the bridge, and I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I think the chances of him stopping by my streams again anytime soon is like slim to none. But and Slim just left town, as I probably announcer jinxed that from happening tonight. But it's just something to keep in mind. But anyway, the Pelicans beat the Magic 110-104. The Pacers beating the Rockets 118-106. And the Hawks beat the 76ers 98-96. Atlanta's still owning Philadelphia. Well, in basketball, anyway. All the way around in football, the Eagles have won like 4 straight against the Falcons. So, other way around in, I guess, football, let's see. Atlanta owns Philadelphia in basketball and baseball. Obviously, the Braves are miles ahead of the Phillies. I can't really say the Flyers own the Thrashers because obviously, the Thrashers kind of haven't played in 11 years, so I kind of don't have a gauge on them. Let's say Philadelphia's winning there. And then, yeah, definitely the Eagles are better than the Falcons right now. Heat regain the lead over the Pistons. The Wizards have a 5-point lead over the Knicks. Mavericks 42-41 over the Bucks. Hornets 22-16 over the Nuggets. Jazz have a 3-point lead over the Timberwolves, and the Suns are just pummeling the Thunder 23-10. Pitch goes Samuel, and he will get to the 17-yard line. This would be interesting if San Francisco tries to run out the clock or, there is a flag, and it looked like Brown wouldn't get off of Samuel, and they may call Tennessee for a delay game, a purposeful delay game. Yeah, it's got to be against Brown. I mean, that sucks. It's against Jayon Brown. It's because he wouldn't get off of Samuel once he made the tackle. See right here, Samuel knows the clock is running. He's trying to hand the ball off to the official, but the linebacker won't get off Samuel's back. And obviously, you got to give the player about 5 seconds. Then you got to have to throw the flag, which stinks in this regard, but you got to get off the player. 49ers, by the way, 64 points scored for the final 2 minutes of the first half. That's the most in the league, by the way. Flag down. Garoppolo is going to take a deep shot. Free play, why not? Nearly picked by Kevin Byard. And it will be 2nd and 10, but let's check the flag. The intended receiver was number 15, Juwan Jennings. And let's check the marker here. Something's against San Francisco, but the penalty is going to be declined, making it 2nd and 10. Garoppolo 13 for 16 for 136. Well, now that's 13 for 17. Minutes to go here in this first half. Tennessee's trying everything they can to keep this deficit to 10. Garoppolo throws the screen, caught by Hasty. Hasty will get 8. 3rd and 2. Tennessee surprisingly doesn't use one of their 2 timeouts here. 49ers will get back to the line relatively quickly. I mean, San Francisco with 2 timeouts to spare. I think they're going to try to gauge this first half on if they convert the first down or not. Obviously, if they don't, I'd imagine Tennessee will burn a timeout. Show the game. like I said at the top of the broadcast, I want to, but I can't because of copyright reasons. 3rd and 2, a QB sneak by Garoppolo, and he's got it. And they're not going to call any of their timeouts, I guess. The clock's just going to keep on running as San Francisco will take their 10-0 lead heading into halftime. All right, so halftime, 49ers up 10-0 in a crucial game for both the AFC and NFC playoff picture. Again, with 9-6, San Francisco all but locks up a playoff spot unless they lose out. And for Tennessee, with the loss and a Colts win Saturday against the Cardinals, we are tied for first place in the AFC South with 2 weeks left in the season. Oh boy, things are heating up in both conferences. A marquee Week 16 matchup. It is San Francisco up by double digits at the half. Florida regains lead over UCF. Good. I predicted UCF or Florida to win that game. 17-16 though, so obviously still they're able to come back. The Pistons, wow, tied up at 9-6 against the Heat. Wizards now have a 4-point lead over the Knicks. Mavericks leading the Bucks 43-41 at the half. Nuggets and Hornets. Oh, nope, the Hornets took the 27-26 lead as that game nears the end of the first quarter. And the Jazz have a 33-24 lead over the Timberwolves. And last but not least, Suns beating the Thunder 29-17. The end of the first quarter. And now we have the Wizards and Grizzlies and Warriors starting in about 20 minutes. Spurs and Lakers starting in about an hour. BYU and Vanderbilt starting in about 40 minutes in your men's college basketball. And again, no NHL games on until next Monday. Next Monday's NHL schedule is looking like Penguins, Bruins, Islanders, Sabres, Panthers, Hurricanes, Red Wings, Rangers, Maple Leafs, Blue Jackets, Senators, Capitals, all the games starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Starting at 8, we have Devils, Blues. 8:30 will be Predators and Stars. 9 will be Kings, Coyotes, Wild, and Jets. And then 10 will be Kraken, Canucks, Sharks, Ducks, Avalanche, Golden Knights, and Flames, Oilers. Got basically all the NHL teams on that night after, got to be off for so long. Bruins and Senators on Wednesday, December 29th. Maybe that'll be my next hockey broadcast, will be Bruins and Senators. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm out commentating on Monday. Tuesday, I guess I don't really have a plan for Tuesday broadcasting. I probably won't. Unless an NFL game gets pushed back to Tuesday, then maybe I'll contemplate. But considering it's already Tuesday, I don't know. I don't know what the case is going to be there. But yeah, unless an NFL game gets pushed back to Tuesday, there's a good chance I'm probably not going to do it. I mean, I don't know. I had fun watching the Washington Philly game on Tuesday. Tuesday Night Football is weird, but that's because it's only been happening the past 2 years. I feel like if that actually becomes a weekly trend, like how we have the Saturday night games, near the end of the year, if we start having Tuesday night games, I feel like I would get into it a little bit more. I like the Saturday games. I'm really glad that they don't do it until basically after the college season's over, because if they were playing NFL games trying to compete with college, I actually do feel like college would smother the NFL in ratings depending on the matchup. But, we had dropped interceptions aplenty as well. All right. I'm going to say, this is extremely quick first half. I mean, hour 19, that's ridiculously quick. All right, so I would like to say recap sports news, but there really hasn't been a lot of sports news this week, and I'm being honest. Le'Veon Bell signed with the Buccaneers. That was pretty crazy seeing Le'Veon sign with Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette placed on IR after he suffered an injury against the Saints. Celtics brought back Joe Johnson after a 20-year hiatus, signed a 10-year deal. Scored a couple of baskets against the Cavaliers last night, too. The Blues revealed their away Winter Classic uniforms, and Joe Burrow roasted the entire city of Cincinnati in an interview on Wednesday morning. It was like, so basically the reporter was like, well, how do you think the Bengals are doing such a good job, dealing with the COVID situation? But Joe Burrow, not even going to sugarcoat, not even going to pretend to lie or joke. He's just like, yeah, Cincinnati is a very boring place. There's nothing but land here. We don't have any bars to party at. It's like, oh, you just insulted your city. Ouch. To be fair, I'm not a Cincinnati native. I live in Massachusetts. I'm sure Cincinnati is pretty boring. Coming from a guy who's been there for about 2 years now, I'm sure he ain't wrong. But it's like, come on, you didn't have to say it. It's like the Stephen A. clip where it's like, let's be nice. You didn't have to go there. You're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. That was basically Joe Burrow going on his rant about the Bengals. Oh, what? Grassi's not? Oh, he is commentating the Packers Saints one. Oh, he's doing the thing now. Yes. All right. Well. Okay. Come on, Grossi, come back on this channel, bro. I can do the intro. Grossi Posse Pack Nation. I can do it. Come on, Tom. I didn't do it when you stopped by, though. Stop by again, bro. You probably already did, just to check if I would give him another shout out. I'm still like half jaw dropped that happened. Even though it was a few weeks ago, I'm still like, bro, that happened. My favorite YouTubers just noticed me. I'll subscribe to this dude. I don't even know who the hell he is. So much to me. Oh God. Oh, hands are shaking. Hands are shaking. All right, I'll go subscribe to that dude. Why not? Oh my goodness. I don't know what that was from upstairs, but give me just a moment. All right, we are back.
stream. Am I just missing it? I thought the MB. Hi. Ow. I love you too. Where's Jim Beats? He did the French version and then did the intro. That guy is a legend amongst all legends. And he just wins life.
I ain't winning life, bro. Shout out the wrong podcast.
Where can my Jim B be?
This is fun. Just chill through halftime. I mean, I'll probably give you guys my predictions, and whenever the game is about to come back on, I'll probably save my predictions for the commercial break during the second half. By the way, UCF now is a 19-17 lead over Florida.
I love how he moved so high up because we rated him. That's amazing. He's not popping up for some reason. Alright. Mods, can you send me the link? Thank you. Wait, he's not there? Oh, there he is. Okay, we got him.
Oh, I got another one. I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I came back. I finally got my cat out of my lap, so I was able to take a little pause and then come back to greet everybody. Yes, the kitty did go meow. Hello, everybody. Tom, this game is pretty damn boring, isn't it?
That guy was good. All right. This game is pretty damn boring, isn't it? That's all I need to hear. Yeah, you know what else is boring is stream. Who am I to talk? I'm only watching a live stream. I'm in the middle of my live stream. Bro, I want to put down my link so badly, but at the same time, I don't want to, like, should I?
I've been enjoying this stream.
I don't know.
I've been legit enjoying this stream. We're having a good time.
I don't know. I don't want to put my link in the chat, but at the same time, I don't want to, like, do that.
This person doesn't even have a thumbnail. We got 2,000 subs. Leave it if I Raj who's on next season.
I got a thumbnail. I got Marcus Mariota ready to get sacked. That's my thumbnail for this video. Come on, Tom. Take a look at this.
For instance, go back, you want to talk about safeties and strong safeties. Rodney Harrison didn't get a lot of Pro Bowl votes, but got all Pro Dogs. Alright, so it's funny, we're getting some people in here. We're just going to have to block these guys because we have people in here who are kind of like shouldn't be on here, so we're just going to block these people.
This guy's just getting rated by Tom Gross, and he's like, I'm just going to, like, block these people. Oh, my word. All right, well, enough of that. I should go do that. You know, I should go do that. As someone who's also trying to, like, build my channel, that may not be a bad idea. Just shout out, like, a couple of small channels during halftime. I mean, granted, I only have 11 viewers compared to, like, probably, like, the 2,000 Tom Grassi has right now, but, like, maybe an idea for the future. Maybe I'll do that for the Jaguars-Patriots game. We'll see. Maybe I'll give my man Jagganoff a shout out because he'll be doing a live reaction for that game, I'm assuming. Oh, try to get him on here? I'm thinking. I have ideas. I have ideas right now that I'm very happy about. Okay. I got an idea. An idea just hatched for my Patriots Jaguars broadcast. I can shoot him over a quick Instagram DM. We'll see. All right. Well, Foreman is going to get flagged here. It'll be a false start against Tennessee. Make it 1st and 15. Okay. 1st and 15. That throw goes incomplete. 2nd and 10. Looking for Brown. Almost made the sliding catch, but that wasn't going to happen. Just try to pin it to his shoulder. Didn't work. He's a 1st and 15. Inside hand, or a 2nd and 15. And Tannehill's going to keep it himself, and he's shoved out of bounds. Alshire and Ekbom there, making it 3rd down and 15. Only an hour and a half into the broadcast, and we're already again the 3rd quarter underway. This has been a quick broadcast thus far, and a good game nonetheless. I mean, I would say we got a decent defensive battle going on, which we do, but I feel like it's more Tennessee's playing really good defense, and Tennessee's offense is just horrible, which is making San Francisco look great. Here's the 3rd and 15 in an empty backfield. Tannehill will put a man in motion, Michael Prue. And Tannehill's going to step up in the pocket, guns it down the middle, and to the 43. First down, Westbrook-Akeen on that catch in Tennessee, keeping the drive alive. And again, you live and die by 3rd downs, but if you can convert them, that can do wonders. Take a look here again, the replays. Able to get past Tart. He's able to get down to the 44. Tannehill fakes it to Foreman. Tannehill's going to throw and swat away. Ward on the coverage, making it 2nd and 10, and Ward just checking. He ain't going to get called for PI there. Brown, the intended receiver. A lot of A.J. Brown tonight. We see a lot of Westbrook-Akeen tonight. We've seen next to no Julio Jones, and we've also seen very little Cody Hollister. I don't know. Cody Hollister has looked impressive based off of what I've seen of him this season, and during the preseason, he was pretty good as well. So hopefully he gets some more active roster playing time, as the handoff will go up the middle and he'll get 3. It is Foreman. Tennessee 7 of 10 first down plays gained, 0 to negative yardage. Yeah, that's not good. By the way, in that college game, UCF destroying Florida now 26-17. It's looking like that game's over for Florida, unfortunately. They're down 7 again. You live and die by 3rd down. Let's see if that trend will continue. Tannehill, San Francisco brings the pressure, but again they convert. A.J. Brown ripping off tackles to the 34. I mean, they're doing it again. Voodoo magic on 3rd down. I don't know what the issue is. 1st and 2nd down, forget about it. 3rd down, Tennessee comes to play, and that's only going to last so long, but for this entire game, it's been working other than the fact that they haven't scored any points yet. They're kind of using Jones as a decoy to get Brown the targets, which is pretty interesting, but I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that move. Play action and going nowhere as the fullback. Lost it 2 by Jaquiski Tart. Good tackle. Basnick game with the tackle. It'll be second down coming up. Second down 11. And up goes Foreman. Get the yard back, 3rd and 10. I mean, what? And we're experiencing deja vu all over again. 3rd and 10. Daniel's going to go 2-step drop, throw to A.J. Brown, get like 12, 13 yards for a first down. I swear, this is deja vu right now. Here we go. Same drop, different part of the field. They got Brown split up to the right. I would just cover. I've just put everyone on Brown. Here we go. Oh, 2-step drop. Throws to Brown. Gets 13 yards. I'm a prophet. First down, Tennessee. I mean, I'm not even trying to predict this sarcastically. I legit knew that was going to happen. 2-step drop. Throw to Brown. Get 13 yards. Exactly what I said. Oh my goodness, San Francisco. How do you not stop that? Even I knew that was coming. Oh, I was an announcer jinx and a half right there. Definitely spoke that one into existence. I honestly do want to clip that because that was just pretty funny. Like, I was just like, this is going to totally happen. And then it happened. That was crazy. Oh, here we go. First down, no yards. I should have predicted that as well. A run for Foreman for nothing. Turn 10 conversion. I mean, good Lord. I literally called that. I'm like, oh, here he goes. He's split up to the left. Yep, he's going to get 13 yards after Tannehill drops back. That was amazing how I just drew up that entire sequence. Well, now San Francisco's defense got to respond with something here. Tannehill's going to dump it over. Here's the catch, and Hilliard gets popped. Only a gain of 1, whereas will be 3rd down and 9. What's up, Card? Thanks for tuning in. Go Titans. All right. They're driving the ball finally. Well inside the 30 now. Yeah, finally getting some offense to speak of here and trying to make this a one-possession game after San Francisco dominated the entire first half. Ball placed at the 21. Oh, you hear from Hayden sent you? Oh, well, thank you. Incomplete on 3rd and 8. And now we'll get the 4th down coming up where we'll probably see a Randy Bullock field goal. All shout out to Hayden again for having us stop by. You're a huge Patriot fan, but you're rooting for the Titans tonight. That's fair. All right. Yeah, I actually live in Massachusetts. The Jaguars are my favorite team, but I definitely respect the Patriots. I might be doing Patriots-Bills on Sunday. But yeah, make sure if you're new here, make sure you go subscribe for weekly sports broadcasting videos, commentate football and hockey during the fall and winter, and then NASCAR and hockey in the spring, and then once the summer comes around, I do mainly baseball. Bullock makes the 38-yard field goal. It is now 10-3. San Francisco's lead cut down to 7 as they get the ball for the first time in the second half when we come back. Okay, I do want to definitely re-listen to that. Listen to that. So funny. That whole thing about the Brown's gonna do that was funny. What was it? 1:36. 1:36. I want to fast forward to 1:36. They're doing it again. Voodoo magic on 3rd down. I don't know what the issue is. First and second down, forget about it. Happening to get Brown the targets. Oh, it's coming up. Good tackle. It's coming here. Oh, it was third down 11. I think I was explaining it. That's only going to last so long, but for this entire game, it's been working other than the fact that they haven't scored any points yet. Oh, my God. Kind of using Jones as a decoy to get Brown. Interesting, but I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that move. Play action and going nowhere is the fullback. Lost it 2 by Jaquiski Tart. Good tackle. That's the game. Tackle. Always second down coming up. Fast forward to the second down. Get the yard back, 3rd and 10. I mean, what? And we're experiencing deja vu all over again. This is great. 3rd and 10. Daniel's going to go 2-step drop, throw to A.J. Brown, get like 12, 13 yards for a first down. I swear, this is deja vu right now. Here we go. Same draw, different part of the field. Brown split up to the right. I would just cover it and just put everyone on Brown. Here we go. Oh, 2-step drop. Throws to Brown. Gets 13 yards. I'm a prophet. That's amazing. Like, how can you say that like so convincingly and it actually works out? Oh my God! I mean, that is classic stuff. That is vintage Fletcher Sports Zone right there. That is a vintage Fletcher Sports Zone. You drop the play before it even happens, and you just say, "I'm a prophet" after it happens. Here we go, touchback. 49ers now up by 7. Let's see what happens as they get their first drive of the second half. And I apologize, my eyes getting itchy out of nowhere. I don't know what the heck's up with that. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25 for San Francisco. Offense is going to be a little bit more in sync. They've done okay, but they got to score more points. And that red zone interception by Garoppolo, I mean, then this game be 2 possessions right now. That's the moral of the story. Garoppolo steps back, pumps, throws down the middle. He overthrew him. He tried to throw to Samuel, and it's picked. And down to the 18-yard line goes Hooker. Amari Hooker, the free safety, gets the pick. Oh, my goodness, Garoppolo. I mean, I'm just talking about how his red zone interception costs him at least 3 points. Overthrows Samuel on the first play from scrimmage on the second half for San Francisco. I mean, this throw is wobbly right out of the gate. Hooker steps in front. That was an abysmal throw. Yeah, that was a wobbler. That was a wobbler. We got Josh Freeman in disguise out here. That was brutal. Brock Osweiler has entered the chat after that atrocious interception. My God. So Tennessee gets it back at the 18. Here we go. Touchdown ties it. That's right. Pick number 2 for Garoppolo. Here's the inside handoff up the middle to the 12. Yeah, it was Hilliard on the carry that time. Actually, no, that was Jeremy McNichols. Get the 3rd string running back involved a little bit. Making it 2nd down and 2. Yeah, that was a wobbler by Garoppolo. It boils down to if Garoppolo doesn't throw those 2 interceptions, San Francisco is dominating this game right now. Brown put motion. 2nd down and 5. Enough goes up the middle. Again, McNichols down to the 4. It'll be 1st and goal to go. Here we go. Here's your tie game. Not giving your defense a rest. This game went from San Francisco demolishing to Tennessee storming all the momentum back. Ball placed at the 3. Tannehill will audible out of the original play. They keep McNichols as the running back. They put the tight end to the left. Tannehill for the end zone for Brown, and it's broken up by Thomas. And it's 2nd and goal, and Thomas doing a little celebration. I mean, you could celebrate, but considering the circumstances since the second half has started, I don't know. I don't know if now's the proper time to be celebrating. At least when he celebrated, he did it at a more reasonable time than Chase Claypool. So, brownie points there. All right, 2nd and goal. They put Brown in motion. Handoff goes. Foreman takes it in. Deontay Foreman plows up the middle from 3 yards out, and Tennessee is an extra point away from a tie. My goodness, did San Francisco really cough up that football on the offensive side, and defense just getting tired now. Long drive to begin the third. Titans convert on a field goal. You throw a pick on your first play from scrimmage. Tennessee's going to cash in on the short field with another touchdown. Yeah, it's Foreman going to run up the middle. So here's Bullock for the extra point. This is for the tie. Good snap, good hold. Kick is down the middle. 7:13 to go. 10 minutes ago it was 10-0. Now 10-10. It was Amari Hooker off the interception, off the intended pass by Samuel, and it is going to be a touchdown run for Deontay Foreman with the help of fellow running back Jeremy McNichols. UCF still beating Florida 26 to 17 now. I was thinking about commentating that game. I probably would have if Thursday Night Football wasn't on. I'll definitely be commentating the NFL over college, though. Heat beat the Pistons 115 to 112, and the Wizards beat the Knicks 124 to 117. Mavericks beating the Bucks 69-68 late third quarter. Nuggets have a 65-52 lead over the Hornets at the half. Jazz beating the Timberwolves 67-57 at the half. The Thunder storm back and now take a 48-45 lead over the Suns at the half. Grizzlies Warriors starting any second. Spurs Lakers in about 20 minutes. What the heck happened here with the Suns? The Suns were only up by 12. Oh, 31 to 16. Yay. I'll explain it. You want to take a look at the NBA standings here. The Suns are like the second best team in the Western Conference behind the Warriors. Thunder. A couple of players enter into their COVID protocols, so I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, Warriors are actually first place in the West. 25-5, and the Thunder are 13th at 15th in the West at 11-19. Even though it's only 3 points, that shouldn't be happening. Oh, is that Ed Reed in the new Royal Crown commercial? Ed Reed, man. You wouldn't even know it's Ed Reed. Ed Reed only retired about a decade ago, and oh my God. You wouldn't even believe what Ed Reed looks like now. I don't know. Sometimes when I catch his Instagram lives, he's usually off like smoking cigars with his friends or something. Like literally every single time I hop into an Ed Reed Instagram live, he's just smoking a blunt, living the life. Good for him. Earning so much money, he deserves it. All right. Well, in reality, advanced statistics. How's this for a stat? Advanced statistics show Garoppolo has thrown 4 interceptions tonight. Yeah. You can kind of sense how this game shifted its momentum as quickly as it has. 49ers' second play of the second half will be a little toss to Juszczyk, and he will go down to the 29, getting 4 off the play action pass. Well, San Francisco, they've done enough shooting themselves in the foot. They got to get downfield and regain this lead now. Under 7 minutes, Tennessee already chewing up half this quarter. Tie up this kind of once silent football game. There's one thing San Francisco does. They do like to make games interesting. Juszczyk, plot in at the fullback spot. Handoff goes to Wilson. Wilson will spin his way, making it 3rd down and 2. Well, actually, mark it 3rd and 3. Harold Landry with the tackle there. Now they'll substitute both Juszczyk and Wilson. And now they'll mark it 3rd and 2. Lions crew is, I guess their first intent wasn't correct. 1 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight. Now under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Flags fly. Looks like we're going to get a false start against San Francisco, make it 3rd and 7. This once dead crowd has erupted. I'm not saying it's a sellout, and I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, but I don't remember the last time a Titans state. I don't remember the last time Nissan Stadium was this filled up with fans. I mean, really, it's been a while since the Titans have had a game this crucial. I mean, think about this year. Last year when they had the home playoff game, no one could go because of COVID restrictions, so kind of nullifies that. 3rd and 7, Garoppolo throws to the 39, and it's Jennings on the catch. There you go. At least they keep the drive alive because I guess they're turning into Tennessee. They're living and dying by 3rd down conversions. Garoppolo probably is 4th or 5th best throw of the night right there. Clutch 3rd down in this hostile environment. He's got to calm it down. He's got to take the lead again. Take it to Wilson. Garoppolo tosses it over. Ayuk, the juke. Brandon Ayuk. Slide down and get to the 44-yard line. San Francisco continuing to drive here. Now under 4:45 and counting in this 3rd. I mean, that's just Ayuk doing his thing. Able to create separation from Cunningham. Able to juke out Cunningham. Able to get about 13 yards on that catch and run. San Francisco, our reception, yards after catch type team. That's got to pay off for him so far. Ayuk, 3 catches for 38. Wilson spins away from the original tackle and goes back to the line and gets a yard out of it. Well, Wilson bounced off his lineman. I was expecting a flea flicker, but instead he truly bounced it out to the right and picked up a yard out of it. That is tremendous effort by Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Yeah, when he got met by his own lineman, I was so expecting the flea flicker, which would have been cool, but again, I don't think Garoppolo needs to throw another interception. He's thrown 4 picks in the last 6 games. He's thrown 2 tonight. So you got to limit his turnovers a little bit more. Down to the 40 goes Wilson, hit by Jones, the rookie. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Wilson will walk back to the huddle. Jones is down. 3:17 to go in the quarter. We will get the stoppage. Checking on the rookie defensive tackle who is moving in agony at the 40-yard line. Got me crazy, but if it's a 2nd or 3rd and short, I would put in Trey Lance for a little QB rush. like a direct snap to Lance and he tries to get the first down. Not saying you put in Lance for the rest of the game, obviously, because right now I don't think that would be a smart decision. But I think you can get Trey Lance involved a little bit in this game. Yeah, you can watch this game live on NFL Network. You can watch the Saturday game live on NFL Network as well. We have Browns and Packers from 4:30 to 8, and then you got the Colts and the Cardinals. I'll tell you one thing. If Indianapolis can seriously beat New England and Arizona back-to-back weeks, I give them the 2 seed in the AFC. And I'm not even lying. I would flat out give them the 2 seed. You beat Buffalo. You almost beat Tampa Bay. You beat New England, dominate New England. And let's say, for example, they dominate the Cardinals. Oh, and also they kept the Rams within 1 possession. And they also lost some pretty tight games to the Titans. They played well against tough opponents. That's what it boils down to for the Colts. No problem with them getting the 2 seed. I mean, I don't think they could. They got especially if the Patriots beat the Bills, I think the best they can do is the 3rd at that point. I find it amazing how it's week 16 and the only team who's clinched a playoff spot is the Packers. And I don't even think the Packers would have clinched a playoff spot if they ended up losing to Baltimore, which they were a 2-point conversion away from doing so. Green Bay's in. Playoffs is only 4 weeks away, including this week. It's so bizarre. I'm so used to week 16, then week 17, then the playoffs. So he's like, yeah, the playoffs are 2 weeks away. I'm like, nope, it's 3. Because they had to tack on that extra week, which I think is going to make the season really exciting. Here's the pitch on 3rd and 5. Debo ripping off tackles, making it 4th and 1. Oh, you go for it. Too long for a field goal? And why would you punt? There's no way you punt. Maybe you kick a field goal. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm going to keep Gold on the sideline. Maybe if there's 2:25 left in the 4th, I may kick a field goal 2:25 to go in the 3rd. I don't. 49ers are 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions. 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Flags fly. It looks like it's against San Francisco. And now they may have to punt. False start, San Francisco. Make it 4th and 6. Do they go for it now? Or was the false start? Trent Williams. As these fans are still getting loud. It looks like San Francisco's still going for this, and they do. 4th and 6. Garoppolo throws it off the hands of Ayuk. 4th and 1. Go for it. 4th and 6. You punt that ball away. Oh, I completely disagree. Jeffrey Simmons got his hand on it. Tennessee getting the ball about 5 yards shy of midfield when we come back. That was a huge stop. Huge stop there for the Titans. I mean, that was more of a drop by Ayuk, but even if Ayuk caught it, he was still going to be a couple of yards short anyway. 4th and 1, I would have went for it. Once the false start, that's where I'm like, are they really going for it? Because at that point, I would have punted. maybe if you're trailing, go for it. This game is tied, and your defense is kind of going in the middle of a monumental collapse right now. I don't know what to think. I personally wouldn't have won for that. I think Jack should trade Trevor and a first for Kirk Cousins. I mean, I do like Kirk Cousins a lot, but I'm not really judging Trevor Lawrence just yet. I mean, yeah, he hasn't looked good. I get that. But at the same time, he's on the worst team in football with a coach who didn't care. And now he's stuck with an interim who no one's really heard of until Urban Meyer hired him. I don't know. And he still has like one of the league's like top 5 worst defenses to deal with. So like he's literally gonna have to score like 35 points each game just to like stand a chance. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Lawrence is necessarily a bust. He's not a star though. I mean, really, if you're gonna give the rookie of the year right now, it's going to either Mac Jones or Jamar Chase. I think personally, Jamar Chase. You give an offensive rookie of the year. The entire rookie of the year is going to Micah Parsons, but offensive rookie of the year right now is either going to Chase or Jones, unless Jones is an incredible final few weeks. I think it's going to Chase. But, yeah, I mean, as much as I like Kirk Cousins is good, but I would rather have Trevor Lawrence for right now. At least give Lawrence another couple of years, be sucking, then come back to me. I pick for the Super Bowl. Oh my god, it fluctuates every week. Like I literally thought a couple weeks ago it was Cardinals and Patriots. The Cardinals lose to the Lions, and the Patriots get owned by a playoff team in Indianapolis. So that prediction's out the window. As McNichols would get 3. Like as much as I want to say the Packers, I look right through their flaws. It looks like, honestly, as much as this is becoming a stale narrative, I see them losing in the NFC Championship game. And as much as I hate to say it, it's kind of true. My dream Super Bowl would be Chargers-Cardinals, but for my actual Super Bowl, I just don't know. Don't know. Right now, as Sandal fakes it, McNichols tosses it over to Michael Pruitt, and he breaks off a tackle and gets the first. Flag down. That was an impressive broken tackle. I mean, I don't want to sound boring and say Green Bay and Kansas City, but Green Bay wins, by the way. If the Packers and Chiefs play in the Super Bowl, I'm definitely picking Green Bay to win that one. Can't believe it. The Packers and Chiefs have played each other twice since Mahomes has been the Chiefs starter. And first, we got Aaron Rodgers versus Matt Moore, and then of course earlier this year, Aaron Rodgers had that whole COVID fiasco, and we got Patrick Mahomes versus Jordan Love. All right, Tannehill under pressure on 2nd and 18, and they're going to lose even more yardage. This is Willis, the former Jet defensive end. 3rd and 20 plus to go for the Titans. Vikings versus Colts in the Super Bowl. Colts, I'm not counting out the Colts. I'm not counting them out just yet. I don't know if they make the Super Bowl, but they can beat New England or Kansas City or Cincinnati. Yeah, I can see it. Vikings, not in the NFC. In the AFC, maybe. We got another flag. Tannehill going to step up. 3rd and 23. And Brown makes the catch at the 30. And I don't think it's going to count, though. I think this is against Tennessee. A.J. Brown signaling first down. Completely blew Thomas on the coverage, but this flag is against get to see in a second, or is that going to be holding against Thomas? If so, that catch is going to stand. What a momentum shift, though. We're at the end of the third quarter, and yeah, it looks like the penalties against San Francisco. So that was the last play of the third quarter. Tennessee now rolling. No, like Wentz, I really am a big fan of Carson Wentz. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Jonathan Taylor, which if the Colts are going to succeed in the playoffs, they're just going to have to pound the rock with Taylor like what they've been doing and rely on their great defense. But I do like Carson Wentz a lot. I felt that the Philadelphia Eagles, like, I don't know why I don't like Jalen Hurts that much, but I feel like half the reason is because I like Carson Wentz so much on the Eagles. Like, he was like literally top like 6th or 7th favorite quarterback until like 2020 before the Eagles just ruined him. Now I'm like, okay, well, you kind of suck now. So I don't know, but it's a roller coaster for me with Carson Wentz. Like, I like him as a player. It's just as a Jaguar fan, I really like the Colts. But I'd rather see the Colts win something than the Titans or the Texans. So there you go. My favorite quarterback on a team or just favorite quarterback in general? Because I got 2 answers for you. My favorite quarterback who is currently employed would actually be Kirk Cousins or Justin Herbert. I don't know. I kind of flip-flop. It's honestly probably more Justin Herbert. But I do have a Kirk Cousins Redskins jersey. Washington football team jersey. But with the Redskins, you get the point. But yeah, I don't know. I got a Kirk Cousins jersey a few years ago. And I do like Kirk Cousins a lot, which is why when you say Kirk Cousins to Jacksonville, I'm like, I like that idea. I don't mind it. It's just I don't want to give up on Trevor Lawrence after 1 year. But I do love Kirk Cousins. If he came to Jacksonville, I even if we did give up Lawrence, I would wait. But even if we, say, trade Lawrence 3 or 4 years down the road and he's not developing for Kirk Cousins, I would be a happy man. Then Justin Herbert, man, I think he's going to be the next jersey I'm going to try to get because, I mean, he's just amazing quarterback. He is the guy for the future. Which, let me just take a look at this again. I want to say Lamar Jackson made the Pro Bowl over Justin Herbert, and that ticks me off, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. Oh, no, Herbert's in the Pro Bowl. Never mind. Anyway, here's a handoff. Hilliard will get the first down. Yeah, I do agree. Eagles, I don't like the Eagles fan base. I like a lot of Eagles players, but yeah, no, the fan base just makes me sucks the fun out of me liking them in general. Zach Wilson, a bust for the Jets. I was never a big Zach Wilson fan to begin with, so I'm just going to say yes because I never really liked his mechanics coming out of college anyway. I thought Justin Fields should have been the number 2 pick, not Wilson. In fact, Wilson was the 5th best QB on my board as that one's sacked. Third down coming up. That is sack for number 95. That's Contavious Street. Like, I had my order going Lawrence, Fields, Jones, Lance, Wilson. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, again, it's only 1 year. I'm not going to call anyone a bust after 1 year, but considering he's on the Jets and considering I've already seen how the story plays out with Sam Darnold and Geno Smith, I'm just going to say no. He's going to suck until he gets traded elsewhere. Brown makes another third down catch. That's his 9th of the game. Well, 9th catch, not 9th third down catch. Although they all might as well be on third down because that's when he's been at his best. Working man-to-man coverage, gets off a Jaquiski Tart and gets a nice first down to the 19-yard line. Now, Lamar's starting ability limited. But to answer your question, who my favorite quarterback is in general, I was telling you, Kirk Cousins and Justin Herbert were my favorite quarterbacks that were employed. Yes, my favorite quarterback is a free agent, unfortunately. A man who I owned 4 jerseys of, maybe 5 coming this Saturday. I don't know. Tannehill's going to throw for the end zone, and A.J. Brown makes the catch for the touchdown. Titans take the lead. Come back from 10-0 down. That's what they do best. Titans love to come back from behind, and showing it again here. Tannehill, good throw, fits in a tight window, able to outreach the corner for the ball. Nice catch by Jay Brown in the end zone. Extra point by Randy Bullock is good. 17-10. Every quarterback, Ryan Leaf. Oh, no. He's still playing. Yeah, no, my favorite quarterback is, you can laugh. All right. I would love to run upstairs and grab one of my jerseys right now. Hold on. I don't want to just flat out say it. I need to emphasize how much I do enjoy this guy's been my favorite player since 2014. I'm going to put it at that. And even though he's a backup, stuff hasn't changed. Come on, I have to have a photo on my phone of me wearing this guy's jersey. Do I seriously not? I actually may not. I don't know. Sometimes I do get embarrassed saying this guy's my favorite quarterback because that's how, not how bad he is, just that's how basically irrelevant he is now, I feel. I'm looking here. Here it is. Case Keenum? Case Keenum's a good guess. It was the other random quarterback who played in the championship game that year. Those are 3 Blake Bortles jerseys. And I have 4 now because I got his practice squad jersey when he was on the Broncos. And honestly, I might even be getting his Packers jersey come Saturday. So there you go. But you see, it's the Jaguar fan in me. No, Case Keenum was a good guess, but no, it's Blake. Why Bortles? Because he's the reason why I'm a Jaguars fan. I've explained the story on the channel before. It was basically I like the Jaguars because they sucked, but because, I live in Massachusetts, I'm like, oh, cool. I like the Patriots because, I'm used to seeing, well, at that point, they were 2 years off of a Super Bowl appearance. It was the second time they lost to the Giants, and they were coming off back-to-back AFC Championship game losses. But I'm like, Patriots are cool and all, but I'm like, I gotta like another team. And I'm like, you know what? The Jaguars suck so bad. I want to be a fan of this team. Kind of like jumping on a bandwagon, I guess, but not really, because I guess they still suck. So now I'm not really considered a bandwagon. But basically in 2013, I'm like, okay, I'm going to like this team. Let's see how it goes. Then they draft Blake Bortles. And then I'm like, if this guy develops and if this guy becomes like the next great quarterback, I'm going to be such a bandwagon, but whatever. Jaguars are going to be my favorite team. Basically, day of the 2014 draft to current day, I'm a Jaguars fan, and it's all because they drafted Blake Bortles. A hysterical but true story. I also think in 2018, as Garoppolo's pass is incomplete, 2nd and 10 coming up for San Francisco. I think in 2018 when Bortles got released, I'm pretty sure I went on like a YouTube live stream and I was like crying about Bortles getting released. I was like, no, why did he get released? Well, I was like so sad. And then he signed with the Rams and I was outraged. I'm like, why would you sign with the Rams? Yeah. Oh, I love making YouTube videos back in 2019 about Bortles. That was a lot of fun. And off goes Samuel, gets 11 at first down. And I think during the offseason, I did sometime during the last summer. During the offseason when Bortles was, unsigned for that long stretch before the Packers picked him up as 1st and 10 for Garoppolo, guns it down the middle to Samuel. He goes down to the 44. But I was making like my reaction if like Bortles signed with every team kind of deal. Yeah. If you ever see a random Bortles video pop up on the channel, that's when you know my fanboy shut up. Here's Garoppolo gonna run and he's gonna slide after getting a 6. Garoppolo's career over, at least that's no. I really don't think so. I mean, he's not great. Holding 49ers make that 1st and 15. I mean, yeah. Is his time done on San Francisco? I think absolutely. I mean, they drafted Trey Lance for a reason. But Garoppolo himself as a starter? No. I mean, Giants need a quarterback. Panthers need a quarterback. Broncos need a quarterback. I mean, I would say the Lions. I mean, I would take Jimmy Garoppolo over Jared Goff. I don't think so. He's going to sign with one of those like weird teams that are going to finish like 7-9 every year. Garoppolo going to step up in the pocket. He's going to roll out and run right into a sack. Bud Dupree. I mean, I'm literally trying to compliment Garoppolo, and he literally follows it up with a sack. Gotta learn. I keep my mouth shut till the game's over. But no. Oh, well, I think Garoppolo's going to the Panthers this offseason, so we'll see what happens there. Should order a Domino's pizza when you get the Bortles delivers and have him sign your jersey. That's great. That is great. Yeah, I know. I'm used to Bortles is going to work in a pizza shop. Oh, Bortles is going to be in the XFL. I'm like, well, you're probably not wrong, but he's my favorite player. Deal with it. 2nd and 29, Jennings makes the catch. 3rd and 24. How we get to 3rd and 20? Well, 1. After that catch by Jennings, penalties and sacks. Yeah. Couldn't resist. Like I said, it ain't the first time, and it won't be the last time Bortles will be lambasted on this channel. I mean, considering he hasn't even played a snap in 2 years, I honestly think Bortles is retiring, like officially retiring this offseason. So, I mean, it is what it is. And at that point, he will be probably ordering pizza. Or delivering pizza, rather. Now Samuel makes the catch to the 42. Brought down by a sea of blue jerseys. I don't know what you do here. I don't think you punt. You can't really kick a field goal either, so I guess they're going to punt. 4th and 9. Garoppolo 20 for 27, man. I'll tell you one thing. You erase those 2 interceptions. He's got a great completion percentage. Yeah, San Francisco's going to punt. So Tennessee will try to get up by 2 possessions and slam San Francisco's back against the wall here. They'll have about 9.5 minutes to work the clock. Schnewski with the punt. This one will land at the 3, where it is down immediately by number 81. Yeah, that's Trent Sherfield. I thought so. Jags get the number 1 draft. They get the number 1 pick. Well, they currently got the number 1 pick. I want that edge rusher out of Michigan. I mean, they got to primarily focus on the secondary, but I'm very curious about Trayvon Campbell's development that's a good start. And if they sign someone to pair with Shaquille Griffin, good start to the secondary. Then you need pass rush. Because other than Josh Allen, there ain't no pass rush on that team. The DeJuan Smoot contract's looking awful. You traded away Joe Schobert, and obviously you've traded Ngakoue and Campbell a few years ago. I would say I want the edge rusher from Michigan. As I accidentally bump into my camera there. What the hell's his name? I'm not too big into college football, so if I blank on some college names, don't harp on me. I'll remember them quickly when they get to the NFL, though. Aiden Hutchinson, that's his name. This is the dude I want. 6'6", 265, first team All Big Ten player. He won the Big Ten MVP. He was Defensive Lineman of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Ted Hendricks Award winner. He's a Hall of Famer in the NFL. Won some Super Bowls with the Raiders, Ted Hendricks. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson's his name. That's the dude I want. An offensive defensive coach or bring back no. Urban Meyer can go back to whatever the hell he came from and never come back. I hate Urban Meyer, dude. I was never really I didn't think it was gonna go as bad as it was. Like I knew Urban Meyer was gonna suck year one, but like to be 2-11. It's not the fact that they were 2-11. It was the fact that how they got to 2-11. That was like, no. like last year they went 1-15, but they were just 1-15 because they sucked. Like this year they had 2 wins, 10 losses at the time for the Texan game, where they just sucked, but there was too much drama. I would say I want Byron Leftwich. You know, that's what a lot of Jaguar fans want. That's what I want. I want Byron Leftwich to come back because A.J. Brown's wide open. To the 21, Tennessee gets 19, and they got first down out of the shadow of their own end zone. But I would like Byron Leftwich as the head coach, keep our offensive coordinator, and try to acquire Todd Bowles as the defensive coordinator. That's what I would want. But I don't think that'll happen. I can see it's going to be one or the other, but I would love Byron Leftwich. But I like Derek Carr. Kind of. Foreman. To 23. I mean, there's just another guy from the 2014 draft who had a better career than Bortles. But yeah, Derek Carr's all right. He's a chill dude. He's a decent quarterback. I mean, is he going to lead the Raiders to anything but a couple of playoff appearances? No, but he's good for what he is. He's basically, he's good to get 7 to 8 wins every year. The Raiders may sneak into a playoff spot here and there if they fix up their defense. Foreman with the loss of 1, making it 3rd down and 8. Now with 8 minutes to go in the 4th. Yeah, I don't know about Derek Carr. Vikings steal Tomlin from the Steelers. Mike Tomlin wouldn't be a bad idea. I've said it on this channel before, and I'll say it again. Minnesota could be a threat. Like, Minnesota could literally win 11, 12 regular season games. You just got to fire Mike Zimmer. I would love Mike Tomlin, too, I guess. I guess Tomlin would technically be my first choice, but I don't know. I like the idea of having Byron Leftwich. I like the idea of having Eric Bieniemy, and I like the idea of having Todd Bowles as a defensive coordinator. Down the middle, it's Fiskner, brought down by Warner. Tennessee gets another first down. One coach I know some Jaguar fans want that I am saying immediately no to is Josh McDaniels. No way would I want Josh McDaniels. You see Joe Judge with the Giants? You see Matt Patricia on the Lions? Did you see Bill O'Brien with Texans? Did you see Josh McDaniels when he was that coach of the Broncos? Every single Belichick assistant sucks as a head coach. And for that one reason only, I don't want Josh McDaniels. It means he's better than Urban Meyer, of course. But the interim guy now, yeah. They could at least win 4 to 5 games. Oh, boy. McNichols almost threw a punch there. We almost had a near brawl. Looked like Alshire got involved as well, but tempers cool off, and we will get second down coming up. Oh, boy. I thought we were really going to have some friction there. Yeah, no. Josh McDaniels. You're right. I wouldn't even interview him because Patriots assistants awful as head coaches. And if you were to get McDaniels as an offensive coordinator, I wouldn't necessarily care. A little flip. A.J. Brown's going to throw, and he almost throws an interception. That was a low throw, and stepping in front of the play was Jimmy Ward. Oh, my gosh, A.J. Brown. I mean, I'm cool with the playing trickery game, but now is not the time to be cute for Tennessee. They got to chew off some more clock. There's still 5 minutes left in a one-possession game. Excuse me. There is way more. Yeah, the fact that was almost an interception, terrifying. You're up by 7 with just under 6 minutes left. There's no need to get cute, Tennessee. Just pick up the yardage, keep the clock running. Here's Tannehill. 3rd and 6, and down he goes. He doesn't even stand a chance. 3 jerseys are there. Tannehill gets swallowed up. And there's a sack for San Francisco, but there's a late flag. Let's take a look at what that flag could be. Pete Carroll to the Jaguars? I mean, again, I wouldn't necessarily mind it. That would be pretty cool. But, I don't think it'll happen. But, maybe it would. The Seahawks were kind of in a rough spot when Pete Carroll got hired there. Maybe he would turn the Jaguars around. Listen, all you need is one Super Bowl. Listen, that's what Seattle got. They got their one Super Bowl. And look at them now. They got respect upon the league for that. Remember back in the 80s and 90s, the Seahawks were a laughingstock. And ever since they drafted Russell Wilson and won that Super Bowl in 2013, they've been taken seriously now. And that's what you got. Pete Carroll comes to Jacksonville, wins the Super Bowl in his 3rd, 4th year, and retires off into the sunset. Fine by me. Same rules apply with Tomlin. This punt is going to bounce past the 5 into 4. Great punt. I gotta love the great punts by Brent Kern. Nothing gets me more amped up during a broadcast than a perfect punt. Now and landing at the 4, perfection. Thinks Russell Wilson's staying in Seattle. If I had to choose where else he's going to the Giants, but he's staying in Seattle. That's my first guess. Honestly, I'm thinking the Giants. I'm also thinking the Steelers. Really. Roethlisberger is definitely not staying after this year. Whether he retires or goes elsewhere to be determined. God, if Roethlisberger don't retire after this year, he's crazy. But Wilson, I could see him going to the Steelers. Pittsburgh can definitely clear up some cap room. They don't have to bring back Smith-Schuster. You dump Smith-Schuster. Yeah. You make a couple of cuts on defense. You should have enough salary to bring in Wilson for a couple years. Broncos is another good landing spot. I can maybe see the Broncos. I could see the Broncos trading like a first and like Drew Lock for Wilson, which would be pretty cool. And I'm not giving up on Drew Lock. I get it. He's not great by any means, but this guy hasn't played a full 16-game season. And this isn't like Josh Rosen. Oh, he hasn't played a full 16-game season, but we know he sucks. I don't know. Drew Lock's weird Because, like, yeah, he does have his games where he sucks, but he also has his games where he's decent. And Drew Lock is a quarterback that I want to see in a brand new system play a full – kind of like how Sam Darnold did with the Panthers this year. Maybe not all 16 games, but, like, at least start more than half the games. I don't know. Drew Lock's a backup. I mean, yeah, this season he's definitely shown that, but, like, maybe if he gets traded to the Seahawks and starts, I don't know. It's a tough one. Also, take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Again, Titans, the 3rd seed. They will bump up to the 2nd seed. With the win tonight, they'll pass New England, but, and the huge but, New England has the tiebreaker. So they could definitely get the they could definitely reclaim the 2nd seed if they beat Buffalo this Sunday. Garoppolo from his own end zone tosses over to Juszczyk and a first down to the 19. So 49ers going to have to go 96 to try to tie up this game. They go 96 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo is about to do some John Elway against the Browns back in the 87 championship game. All right. How about the Dolphins going to life? I was talking about that earlier. Like, I know they're 7-7 now after starting 1-7, but, like, they beat the Patriots week 1, which was good, but I think the Patriots will beat them week 17. Saints is a good matchup, although Ian Book may be starting. There's Garoppolo throwing on 1st and 10 and overthrowing Jennings. 2nd and 10 with Jack Rabbit Jenkins on the coverage. I don't know. It's like Carolina, or like they beat Carolina. They beat New York. They beat the Jets twice. They already got swept by Buffalo. Again, I think they're losing to New England. They may beat New Orleans now because COVID just hit them. I don't know. But, like, also, if you think about it, they've already lost the tiebreaker to the Colts. Lost the tiebreaker to the Bills. They didn't play the Bengals. I don't know. They do have the tiebreaker over Baltimore. Samuel makes the catch. You know, 3rd down coming up. They're now about 6. I don't know. Basically, what I'm saying is Miami, they played well, but they haven't beaten a legit team in my eyes. That's what it basically boils down to. Those are pretenders? Yeah. Yep. Bills, yeah. I think the Bills will make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going far. I think they're definitely a wild card, and they're out. This one's caught on 3rd and 4 and fumbling out of bounds. That won't matter. Is Jermichael Hasty on the reception? Yeah, no, Bills are pretenders. I knew once the Jaguars, I knew once the Urban Meyer-led Jaguars beat them 9-6. I'm like, this team is garbage. I don't care what their record says. This team is garbage. And then they couldn't even stop the run against New England on that Monday night game a few weeks ago. I mean, it's put for shove time for Buffalo. If they win Sunday, there is unfortunately a good chance they beat out the Patriots for that division title. But same time, they've beaten Kansas City, which is good. But then they've also lost to teams like Tampa Bay, which isn't so good. I don't know. They're a weird team. That one's incomplete for Juszczyk. Fulton on the coverage, 2nd and 10. Buffalo's just inconsistent. Like, are they going to make the playoffs? I would assume. But, like, especially if the Colts and Chargers are the other 2 wildcard teams. Or, like, Colts and Ravens or Chargers Ravens or Chargers Titans or whatever. Buffalo's going to go in as the worst wildcard team. If they don't beat New England this Sunday, they're going in as the worst wildcard team. That means they're going to have to play either the Patriots or Titans in the first round. I don't see them winning, considering they already lost to Tennessee. Here's Deebo Samuel with a nice run. Samuel makes the catch to the 30, to the 20, and Samuel's brought down to 6 by Amari Hooker. 1st and goal to go. Samuel busted free for about 45 yards And the 49ers are cooking. Fulton, who was celebrating the pass deflection on the previous play, falls down there unless Samuel gets an extra 25 yards. Yes. There's vacuuming upstairs. I apologize if you can hear that. Lions are weird too. Yeah. Lions sucks for so long, but then they beat the Vikings and Cardinals. Like, what? Not my maid, but yes, there's vacuuming going on. Gotta get ready for the holidays, you know. So 1st and goal to go. Samuel is down. So this isn't good for San Francisco. Now I'll have a 30-second commercial break. This AFC playoff race is going to be insane. I mean, think about it this way. The Chargers, Bengals, Titans, Colts, Bills, or Ravens will miss the playoffs. That's not even to mention teams like Miami and Cleveland and I guess the Raiders who, probably aren't going to make the playoffs, but they still technically have a really good chance to if the deck of cards go right. I wouldn't mind the Browns in the playoffs again. I mean, seeing the Browns in the playoffs was so weird last year, but I feel like if they kind of get on a roll and they make it 2-3 straight years, I would get into liking Cleveland. I mean, now they got rid of Odell Beckham Jr., who's one of my least favorite players in the league. So, I mean, I would be pretty cool with that. And yeah, Samuel is on the bench. So here we go. 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Wilson. Wilson will fall to the 3 with 3 minutes to go. So, best case scenario here for the Titans. Hold them on 4th and goal. Worst case, you let them score a touchdown and you have well over 2 minutes to try to end this game. The absolute disaster worst case scenario. 49ers tie, you go 3 and out, and San Francisco gets the ball back with about a minute left. I should have kept Freddie Kitchens. He's what? The tight end coach on the Giants now? He fell off the map quick. Here's a 2nd and goal. Garoppolo will go for the end zone, and he's got a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk, who punts the football into the stands. Brandon Ayuk wide open in the back. Touchdown, San Francisco. We're an extra point away from a tie. Here we go. Right now, you don't have Deebo Samuel. You rely to your second target. As a second-year receiver out of Arizona. They will go for 1. To tie Robbie Gould, the veteran. Good snap. Good hold. And it just sneaks through. That's a 2nd extra point that almost missed. But he made both of them, and we're even at 17, and now the ball goes into the Titans' hands with 2:20 to go in this 4th quarter. What a game we've had here in Tennessee. Tell you one thing, it's been a roller coaster ride for both teams. San Francisco dominant in the first half. Tennessee dominant in the second half. And have just surrendered the lead as just broke off man-to-man coverage. And again, Brandon Ayuk's wide open in the back. If that was an overthrow by Garoppolo, oh, forget it. Games could be fixed by last-minute positive COVID tests. I mean, you could definitely play an outcome in games. Like, I feel the Raiders should have lost to the Browns the other night. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think that the COVID outbreak would have anything against like games being fixed or anything. I think it's just, we're in a time crunch. We have to postpone this game on a Tuesday. Like, it sucks. Nobody wants that to happen, but it is what it is. Down to the 26 goes Carlos Rogers. So, Since this could basically be the game-winning drive, I don't know how much I'm going to be focusing on the chat moving forward. I'll probably read it during timeouts or commercial breaks or whatever, but probably when the actual plays are going on. Probably not. This will be my last comment to read for now. We are approaching the 2-minute warning, though. I think Gruden as a head coach sounds good. John Gruden's not a bad head coach. He really isn't. I mean, it just sucks what he did. He was an idiot. It is what it is. Tannehill will fire down the middle, caught by Fistner, brought down by Geoff Swam. Former Jaguar. Make a second down 4. Tannehill has 25 career game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime. Of course, that's dating back to his time with the Dolphins. Last time he did was the overtime victory in Indianapolis back in Week 8. All right, 2-minute warning. Okay. All right, we're in commercial break. I don't know. I mean, if you want my personal opinion on John Gruden, what he did was stupid, but he's a good coach. Like, he's not a great coach. Could he lead a coach to the playoffs? With the right personnel, maybe. Like, if he could take over the Giants or another sucky team right now, maybe. Urban Meyer's poised for a while. That's a good question. Could Urban Meyer go back to basically – he's got to be a successful college coach no matter what. There's poised well for future college coaches going into the NFL. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, I'm sure he might get hired again, but it's going to be a couple of years before anyone even like considers it. You got to let his time in Jacksonville blow off first. Like, Urban Meyer may get a job with another alma mater, but it's not going to be for 2024. Like, again, what he did, half the stuff he did in Jacksonville, you gotta let time sink in, and you're gonna have to do like some hardcore investigating before you put pen on paper for that contract. I don't know. I don't think Urban Meyer's done. I don't, because he is a successful college coach, and he probably still would be a successful college coach. It's just he couldn't adapt to the NFL. But it's not adapting to the NFL. It's not adapting to the NFL and literally becoming the NFL version of CM Punk, but a way less cooler version of him. Basically. I mean, college coaches have always had trouble transitioning into the NFL. I mean, like, literally, Cliff Kingsbury is Kyler Murray away from, like, probably being on the hot seat this season, as much as I hate to say it. All right, back to the game. 2nd and 5, and a nice run up the middle for McNichols. We may go into overtime here. We'll see. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. These 2 minutes could take about 20 minutes. Tannehill and shotgun. Tannehill's going to throw. That one's caught. Swam to the 39. And it will be 2nd down and 6. Down to a minute and a half. Tannehill guns it down the middle, incomplete. Swam of the coverage, and they're going to call pass interference. Pass interference on Marcel Harris. Let's see. Well, he made contact with the hand. Right call. That's the right call. It's a back-breaking part of this football game, but that is the right call. Tennessee now has the ball at the 46. Again, both teams still have 3 timeouts, a minute 20 to go. McNichols the running back. In shotgun is Tannehill. Tannehill pumps, runs, Tannehill, first down, into field goal range. Tannehill's brought down at the 31. Tuck and run, and it works. Got him out 20. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Tuck the ball, run. Hey, it's not every day a quarterback can say, I broke a tackle from Fred Warner. Tannehill's a scrambler. He ain't the fastest QB out there, but he can do his job. He is a decent running QB. Look at the job he's done there. Oh my goodness. Tuck and run for 20. And they are now in Randy Bullock field goal range. The Tennessee win a call. I think Indianapolis can all but kiss the AFC South goodbye. So now we're in timeout. Stafford success with the Rams surprise you? No. I always knew Stafford was decent. With better coaching, I knew he'd succeed. Here's the inside handoff. McNichols goes. Gain of 4. San Francisco gonna burn. Looks like their second time out here. Another timeout. Second one. It's my goat of all sports, Wayne Gretzky. Or Tom Brady. Or Michael Jordan. You can go either one. You can go either one of those three, but for me, I would say Wayne Gretzky. But maybe if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl at 40 years old, I don't know. I may have to change my mind on that. We'll see. All right. Out of the second 49ers timeout, 59 seconds left. Second down and 5. They're well inside field goal range now. San Francisco needs a turnover. Inside handoff. Back to the line of scrimmage. This is Hilliard on the carry. Third down, and San Francisco used their last timeout. Get those three together and try to fuse them with science. I mean, that's a potential. I guess that's a potential video idea. You compare Wayne Gretzky, Tom Brady, and Michael Jordan, and I guess you just throw in baseball. I could throw in like Babe Ruth as well. Do like some massive calculation thing and try to determine who's the GOAT of all sports. It's gonna come down to Jordan, Brady, or Gretzky, though. I mean, I don't think Babe Ruth was he's the GOAT of baseball, but the GOAT of sports in general, I don't know about that. Gretzky and Jordan and Brady have been all much more talented than Babe Ruth was, in my opinion. But the man in motion, 3rd and 4. Tannehill's going to keep it himself, and he'll lose a yard. But keep the clock running. Got to snare the kick. San Francisco's that timeout, so they can't even ice the kicker. Here comes Randy Bullock. 6 career game-winning field goals. Again, his last field goal was in overtime against the Colts back in Week 8. Jesse trying to go 10 and 5, and at least until Sunday at around 4 o'clock Eastern time, be the 2 seed. Patriots game to be determined. I'm going to send out Bullock here, probably call a timeout with like 2 seconds left on the play clock. Kick the field goal. Celebrate the win, San Francisco. Thank goodness they have the tiebreaker over Minnesota, but they could drop a huge one in the NFC wildcard race. Babe Ruth was the unhealthiest Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He played in like the 30s, and he literally was a pitcher, and he literally like played baseball games while like hungover. That's no GOAT. I mean, maybe he is the GOAT. I don't know. I mean, you can make an argument Willie Mays is the GOAT of baseball too. Exactly. Flex glue. That's the perfect solution. Call Phil Swift up in here. All right, 4th and 5. 44-yard attempt. This is a little bit further than I originally thought. Here we go. From 44 yards out to go to 10 and 5. Bullock made it! Sneaks through the left side, and the Titans take the 2017 lead. Oh boy! If that kick is from a few yards out, he misses. Whoa, Tennessee fans having heart attacks everywhere after that one. And for good reason. That was almost a shank. Wow. He almost missed it. He almost hit the upright. Holy crap. Holy crap. He almost missed it. Even Tannehill was hesitant on his celebration. He was like, oh, I had a heart attack watching that. I was like, he just missed it. Oh, no, he made it. Man, a quick game. If a football game goes under 3 hours with all the commercial breaks and stuff, something went right. Touchback. Well, here we go. Game ain't over. You got 4 seconds. Here we go. We're going to get Miami Miracle 2.0. We're going to get a lateral play, or what are we going to get here? We're probably going to get a lateral play that's going to be tackled 20 yards behind the original line of scrimmage. That's how this usually goes. Let's see. 4 seconds left. Again, the only positive coming out of this is that San Francisco has the tiebreaker over Minnesota if they have the same record after Sunday. That's literally the only positive thing I could say about this. Kicking field goals are most certainly not easy. All right, here we go. A little screen to Samuel. Samuel will run past the 30 to the 40. Samuel stays on his feet to the 50. Samuel will lateral it back to Ayuk. Ayuk keeps the play alive. Back to Garoppolo, who flips over to Kittle. Kittle stays on his feet. George Kittle. Kittle's going to run past midfield. He keeps the play alive. Ayuk is brought down at the 34. That was going somewhere. Jayon Brown with the tackle. Titans win a bizarre one, 20-17. They advance to 10-5 in the year. San Francisco drops. It's 8-7. God, if Garoppolo don't throw those 2 interceptions, you got a whole different story. That's the moral of the story. If Garoppolo doesn't throw those 2 picks, I think San Francisco wins 23-20. Wow. That was a good game. Great game between 2 playoff caliber teams. That was fun. Man, good. We've had some great Thursday night games recently. You know, say what you want about Thursday night games, but this season we've had some very good Thursday night games. Even between the bad teams, we've had some good Thursday night games. Now I'm a Jaguar fan who will go wallow in shame as my team sits at 2-11 and my least favorite team's about to clinch a playoff spot. Damn it. Damn it. I hate the Titans, but whatever. They played valiant. I can speak that properly. They got the job done. They were down by 10. They got the turnovers they needed. They made the field goal at the last second, and they earned that win. Even though I'm a bitter Jaguar fan, I will give credit where credit's due. Finally looked in sync without Henry, and they were looking good in that second half. Getting Urban Meyer jersey. I would, and I would burn it. I appreciate you for the awesome comments. Too evil, too hope. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, all right, I'm going to end the broadcast. There's no point in me rambling on about nothing. Titans won 20-17. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. This shouldn't be my last broadcast of 2021 because I plan on basically doing a whole combination of my best calls from 2021, I guess. But I was thinking about doing that, which will probably be like a 5 to 7 minute compilation, maybe shorter. But yeah. Thanksgiving was awesome. Hope you guys have a great Christmas, holidays, whatever you celebrate. Maybe you celebrate Thanksgiving on December 25th. I don't know. I'm one who likes Thanksgiving more than Christmas. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone saying have a Merry Christmas and should see you for 2022. And if I don't again, I'll do a whole compilation of my best call things, but should definitely be doing my goals 1 to 2 more broadcasts before the end of the year. So we'll see what happens. But till next time, I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone saying enjoy the rest of your evening.